If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
I don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still on the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a smell, man. No proof, I'm a lie about a motive. No proof, like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly, which is a large, so many more, 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube with viewing for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Hello, Leroy.
What's up?
How are you?
Up? The weekend of, I actually watched some of the All-Star game.
Was good.
Wasn't terrible.
Wasn't terrible.
Watched a new event that I didn't know existed.
What was that?
Monobob.
The hell's that?
One-man bobsled.
How's that different from the luge?
The bobsled. You know the whole bobsled with the 4 guys? Now they do it with 1 person.
You know, I got to tell you, the Winter Olympics.
No, wait. The Intangibles Olympics.
Yeah, the Winter Olympics seems like they keep doing the same event, but on different items.
Yes, is that no different than track? You run the 100, the 200.
It feels different than track because I feel like track, like you're doing distances. Like I get that swimming, you're doing different distances. It feels like people in Denmark are just like, why don't we let's go forward this time?
But it's because, okay, so here's the thing. You have various tracks for various events. So, like, for example, you have cross country, but you also do the biathlon, you do, a whole bunch of events. And they have one track for either luge, skeleton, bobsled, doubles. There's only one track. You use the same track for all these different events. So you're limited as to what events you can add based on,
Yeah, but they're not different events. You're just going down the same track on a different toy. Like that's what I'm saying.
Doing it. So here's the deal. Because I've had an interest in this because I still can't figure out why this
And
is.
you call it the Intangible Olympics, huh? Look at you.
Well, I like to watch. I would never do it. Right?
Sounds like you want to.
So anyway, when you have a 2-man bobsled, one guy's the driver, one guy's the breaker, right? One man, that person has to do that all themselves.
They have 2-man bobsleds. Let me get this straight. OG bobsleds, 4 people.
4 people.
Okay.
They have, which I still haven't figured out what the people in the middle are for.
There's
the back
2
guy's the breaker, the front guy's the driver.
There's 2-man bobsled.
Yes.
And then there's 1-man bobsled.
Yes, but I think only, and I'm not sure because I only saw this yesterday. I think the monobob, I only saw the women. So I don't know if the men do it too.
But here's the thing. We were talking about this last week with the 2-man luge, and we're just like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, I'm still, look, let me tell you, all the events I watch, that one still baffles me.
But I'm just
the bottom guy can't see. What is his role?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out. It feels like they're just adding events, and I don't really.
The only event they added was the monobob.
All right.
All the other events have been there.
Well,
and you know the difference between skeleton and luge?
Yeah, we watched it. I know skeleton's front facing and luge's toes down. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we watched that. But that's what I'm saying is like it's kind of the same event. You're just flipping. You're doing a different toy down the thing. Like you're really like.
It's here. Think of it this way. There's a difference in skeleton and doubles, luge, and luge. Just think of it as 100 person trying to run a 400. It's just a different technique, a different skill set.
Yeah, but it's really not. Like when you were a kid, right? Like you would go down, like you would first go down a sled and you would go down feet first.
No, look who you're talking to.
You've never been down a sleigh.
No.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, back on the farm when we would do winters, you would go down feet first, and then there just came a point where you were bored and you're just like, let's go head first. But it was the same thing. You were just changing it up a little bit. That's what the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, has felt like it's doing. These are all the same. It's just
except when you're on a sled by yourself, you're going 70 miles an hour.
I feel like Sven was like, he couldn't make the luge, right? And he's like, I want to be on luge. And they're like, you'll never be here, Sven. He goes, well, I'll make my own spot. It's called skeleton. I go forward with my face. And now as one gold medalist, look at you losers. You couldn't even medal.
Oh, but we have, so how can I put this? There's intangibles in the intangible Olympics.
Yeah.
So there's a speed skater
and
a luger from Utah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? That's cool. But do you see what I'm saying? Like
I don't. You're
ridiculous.
You're being
the same thing.
Right now you're being Tobin. That's what you are. There's no other way of putting it.
I'm not. I'm just like, it's kind of the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Uns forward.
You'll never be part of us, Sven. You're like Rudolph. You don't get to play these reindeer games. Oh, yeah? How about I flip the new sport? Look at me now. I go forward, and it's new sport. Oh, look. He'll never be skier. Oh, really? Well, watch this. Now I ski by shooting a gun. Now I'm gold medalist. It's called biathlon. Like this was like the Romans were sitting there. They were inventing they were inventing wrestling and the hammer throw and all these. And then like in the mountains somewhere in Denmark, they're like, we go forwards, we just go backwards.
You know what? The only sport where you really race against someone else is the speed skating, right?
Yeah.
Everything else and track. Well, you're always racing against somebody. There's no time trials in Summer Olympics.
Almaga says, I love Tobin trying to trivialize a sport when he couldn't even climb a wall. Come on, champ.
Oh yeah, like let's not. That's what makes this most interesting.
It's not, but it. Look, I'm not saying what they're doing is not impressive. I'm just saying it's kind of the same sport. That's all.
It is not. It is not.
It kind of is though.
It is not.
It's like F1 and NASCAR. It's kind of the same sport. They were just like, you know what? We're gonna do some different turns.
The rules, the cars, everything is different, and you just did that to get Brittany, and there she goes.
No, like I try to stay silent, but you always just have to throw a pot shot at F1 for no reason.
Right.
Well, not the same sport.
Do you know there's a difference between F1 and Indy?
There is a massive.
That's what they say. That's what they say, but you know, it's kind of the same.
It's a big difference.
It's a huge
F1
difference.
doesn't ever just go around the track.
Yeah, they don't just do oval tracks. They do. Right. Indy does both.
Right.
Yeah, but it was just like, I can't.
But they also changed their car.
But it sounds to me like somebody who came up with F1 was like, you know what's boring? Going around a track and nobody can, there's like two people that can win that. We're going to change it up. We're going to make fancy tracks, and then somebody else wins.
Has F1 been around longer?
I'm curious. I'm going to look it up right now.
I honestly have no idea.
I think F1 has been around longer.
Well, then whatever happens.
All those car companies that make the engines are from Europe. So I would guess that they probably started that a long time.
Headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Breaking news off the top of the show today.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Chubb has been released. The Miami Dolphins are moving on from their veteran pass rusher.
Saving $31 million, who actually may have had his best year as a Dolphin.
They're technically saving $7 million. The dead number is about a scotch under $24 million. But according to Sport Track, a pre-June 1st release, your dead cap number for this year is 23.8 million, saving 7.3. If they did it post, the dead number would only be 11 million, but it carries over to next year too. So you'd save a lot of money this year, but then you'd still have to carry about 13 million next year.
I'm guessing they're just trying to say we'll just take the hit now.
Take the hit now. That's what it seems like. Yeah.
But that doesn't work with Tua.
Not to that. I mean, not to that amount. I believe Tua saves some. I could go look it up what the numbers are. But for Bradley Chubb, according to them, there's 2 dead hit numbers if you were to wait till June. Now you would get more if the Dolphins felt like they needed a move. But I think they're just like.
I think they're just right. They're just to the point right now. Well, and here's what sucks. He was productive.
He had a good year.
It had nothing. This move right here, and I would say this has nothing. The case with Tua is different. This has nothing to do with production.
It's an age thing,
right?
It's a money thing. I mean, a little bit of money,
a little bit, but it's not. They want to try to clear the books for next year, and they'll take the massive hit this year to be freed up next year.
This is why it feels like the Dolphins are going towards kaboom land. Like they're, this feels
this
like
is an indication, correct?
They're ready to blow this sucker into the air.
And it's not even about the players. It's about the money and the hit they're willing to take this year.
Yes. Clean slate.
Right.
Clean slate. That's what they're trying to do. Barry Jackson tweets out, Bradley Chubb's release is the first of a major Dolphins rebuild. As we reported last week, those who have talked to Sullivan say this will be a significant overhaul. The franchise will be built around a select number of players already here and many draft picks in the years to come.
Mm-hmm. So, which means that there will be no trades that require assets.
Nope.
So if you got to give up a draft pick for a player, that means that they're not giving up no draft picks to move up in the draft. If anything, they're going to do whatever they can to accumulate draft picks.
They might trade back.
They might. Exactly. But I can say this, and it's been a while since I've been able to say this. It almost seems like you can see a definitive plan of what they're trying to do. And you can kind of understand the plan. In years past, decisions were made, and you always had questions. Well, what's the plan? What's the direction? How are we going to go about this? And so now you can kind of, at least right now, you can see a clear with the release of Chubb, with the statements made, that the last thing, I think the most cherished item that they have, the most is draft picks, and they're not giving any of those up. They'll do whatever they can to accumulate more, but they're not going to take the path of Chris Greer, which should excite all the Dolphins fans, because you're doing the direct opposite of what the last regime did. And it may take a little bit longer you're going to have a lot of young players. You might be the youngest team in the league. It might take a little longer, but when it's all said and done, if the draft picks and the accumulation of picks works out, you're going to be set up for a run and not just a pop.
We'll get more into it as we roll on here. Lots to dive into from an all-star weekend. Shout out to Keshad Johnson winning the slam dunk contest. That was a scene, that slam dunk contest, dude. I mean, they keep trying to make this thing. I'm happy for Keshad. He had some good dunks, but man, some of the failures were crazier than his dunks, because a guy almost died.
Who? Well, I didn't watch it.
Dude, I'll tell you about it coming on up. We got to get it. I mean, it was crazy. Some of the follies, like they would have like a blooper reel for the ages on this one. So
that's where we are now in that contest, though. Nobody wants to see regular dunks.
No, I mean, no, it was crazy. But before that, let's start this week off. I know many of you out there today, you got the holiday off. Perfect day where you might want to think about getting your dry cleaning done. For the best dry cleaning in South Florida, use our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. The owners are, that's our guy, longtime listener of the show, and he always wants to take care of you guys and your dry cleaning. You can call or text him anytime, 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383.
They can give you same-day sewing. Just give them a call first to check. They have a seamstress on site. It's our mother, so you're getting the best care for your clothes. And they service all of South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Southern Palm Beach County. And they can pick up and drop off your clothes. So just give Ara a call. Ara's a fan of the show. If you use A&T Dry Cleaners and mention Tobin and Leroy, you get 25% off your order. That's right. He's hooking all of our fans up. You can call or text Ara 954-610-9383 anytime. And once you use A&T Dry Cleaners, you'll never launder your own clothes again.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Monday. Happy to be with you here. Last night, the All-Star game took place. NBA All-Star game. I got to tell you, pretty good.
All of them were close except the last one.
Yeah, I kind of felt like, I'm going to be honest with you, by the end of it, it felt like everybody had one mission, and that was to bounce Victor Wembanyama because Wemby was teacher's pet who wanted to play hard. And that's what, like, and Ant said that after the first game. He goes, Wemby set the tone. He was playing his ass off. He's taller than all of us. What do we got to do? We got to play hard. But they didn't win. He didn't win one game. No wins for the world. And then I'm going to tell you that last game, Stars versus Stripes, felt like the old got old. And
yes, that's what I was saying. I was like, whew, they've been at this for a minute.
Yeah.
It's time for some juice. Yeah.
So Anthony Edwards was named game MVP. The final game was 47-21. But I will say, look, it's very chic to take a dump on the NBA right now. Lord knows they have plenty of issues. I had a fun early Sunday evening watching the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
No, me either. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I kept going back and forth. I'm like, wow, these games are close.
Yeah, they were good. You had buzzer beaters. You had a crazy Kawhi performance.
Right.
And then Wembanyama was so mad at Karl Anthony Towns. It was so great.
Well, get in line. That's why he played for 7 different teams. Right? They all, like, a guy with that talent, like, you just look and go, why? And he still gets numbers and stuff like that, but it's something else. It's something else that always you think a cat and you go, is he should be one of the major pieces, but then when you get him, you're like, is he? Can we win without him? That's every team that's been there.
Well, that's why he was so furious. Is like all you had to do was not give up a 3, just let them score the 2. Because the way the overtime worked, all you had to do was just
win by 3.
No, you just had to get to 5. And so they had scored 2. The world had scored 3. The only way that it could have lost is them hitting a 3. And Karl Anthony Towns was like, whoopsie.
Right.
So
which think about this. You got a whole court full of 3-point shooters.
Shreethan says, when did All-Star Saturday Night become All-Star Saturday Brunch? I can't be the only one who missed the entire event. I missed the 3-point contest. I was like, oh, yeah, it's early. And I know we did it in Tickle My Fancy, but I completely forgot. So I missed Norm's performance. I didn't see any of that.
Right.
I don't really care about the Shooting Stars performance if no Heat players are in it. I did watch the dunk contest, which it was fun. I had a good time. You know what the thing is? It was not the best dunk contest. It wasn't Derrick Jones Jr. versus Aaron Gordon. It was not that. But the thing that I like about Keshad Johnson is he was the only guy having fun. You know, like he was so happy to be there. He gets E40 out there and he dunks over him. And I just feel like we've gotten too used to people jumping over people that we don't appreciate it enough. So he's dunking over a man and then he does the Dougie. And everybody's like, look at him. He's just doing a regular dunk and then dancing. I'm like, he's having a good time. That's called having fun.
Right. I mean, what about the dude that dunked over Shaq? Like
Jaime dunked over Shaq. You
don't realize how I don't care if you have to split your legs or turn to the side a little bit. That man's over 7 foot.
This was my big argument.
About jumping over a human being and dunking. It's not, and that's the thing. People that are claiming that it's no big deal to do that are the same people that can't jump over Sunday's newspaper without fully realizing how athletic that is. An athletic person can appreciate how athletic that is. But a person that just watched the dunks every year thinks that's normal.
The only guy who did a normal dunk that was stupid was Jackson Hayes because he's 7 foot tall and his first dunk was literally just a dunk. Like he just, ran, threw it down, no windmill, no nothing. And then he had the audacity afterwards to post himself and Michael Jordan, like Jordan from the free throw line. And I'm like, you're a foot taller than Michael Jordan. That's not the same. And then what happened after that was really scary because Jace Richardson, this was tough for him. Jace Richardson, who's 6'1", rookie on the Orlando Magic. His father was Jason Richardson, Jay Rich, the former dunk champion.
Right.
So they were showing all his dad's highlights, and he stunk. And then I don't know who. Here's the thing: when you're doing the dunk contest, if you're going to have a partner, that you need to be able to trust them. And so I don't know who this intangible.
You can't have Brando.
I don't know who this intangibles was that he had with him.
Was it a teammate, a former player?
No, he looked like first of all, he was wearing like a leather jacket. He did not look prepared to help in a dunk contest. I thought he was just a guy with courtside seats getting to sit and hobnob with people.
Right.
Which there was nobody there, by the way. Smears that mentions it's a brunch. The only person who was there who wasn't a teammate was Giannis for some reason.
Right.
Giannis was the only all-star to show up and be like, you remember like the all-star game? Oh, people would show up. Giannis was the only guy who was there. And I guess
at 2:00, they weren't in yet.
I guess it was because his kid, he needs something to do with his kids. I don't know. But this guy that he had with him, so the dunk was supposed to be Jace Richardson from the corner was going to catch it off the side of the backboard and I imagine do some type of crazy spinning dunk. But this dude just kept screwing up, throwing it off the side of the backboard. He was like, it was like Tua trying to throw to a receiver. He was like, he couldn't get it close. And then Leroy, he finally gets it off the backboard and catches it. But Jace Richardson, who again is not very big, has to go all the way back. He slips and lands flat on his back. And we all thought that he was dead. Like legitimately thought that he hit his head on the back of the court. We thought he was dead. Thankfully, he wasn't. He did not die. He did not perish. But this guy, whoever that guy is, he needs to fire him.
I mean, I like, you know, every year, once there's some guys that just grab randos from the stands. Like, you didn't think Shaq thought he was going to get jumped over?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. I'm just saying they do it, but you better, when it comes to tosses or something like that, they usually say, oh, it's a teammate, former teammate, college teammate, roommates, you know, somebody you know that you at least had a little bit of work with him.
Right. So Keshad Johnson won the first round easy. Like he was the only guy. He jumped over somebody. He danced. So he smoked these guys. So they all had to make up for it on his second dunk. He basically just did a reverse throwdown his second one. He goes, I'm going to save my good stuff for the finals. I basically got to buy to the finals. The only other guy who was dunking really good was Carter Bryant from the Spurs. He had some dunks, and he had the only 50 of the night.
Right.
So we get to the finals. Keshad has a sick dunk. Does the throw, does the jump shot, picks it up, puts it between the legs, throws it down on the side of the rim. You're just like, damn, that was good. But then Carter Bryant did it even better. He did a throw through his legs, windmill dunk. It was the only 50 of the night. It was sick. And I was like, oh no, Keshad's cooked. Like he's cooked. Like he's not going to win this thing. So Carter, right. So all he has to basically do, Leroy, is complete the dunk and he's going to win. Like Keshad did a windmill, pretty good. All he has to do is hit the dunk. He misses the first one, and it looks like he's going to throw it between his legs, off the backboard, catch it reverse. That was going to be his dunk. It was going to be tough, but all he's got to do is complete it. All right? He gets it, and now, mind you, there's a time. There's a clock. I don't know. Do you remember what the time was, Brittany? Was it 45 seconds? Like, what do you get, 90 seconds, I think? I think you get 90 seconds per dunk. 3 attempts, but you only have to be, like, up really, like, trying to dunk it. So if you just airball it, it doesn't even count as an attempt.
Right.
So Carter Bryant, he has this in the bag. He literally just has to put it through the hoop. That's all he has to do. He misses it the first time. And then Vince Carter. Now, I don't know if Vince Carter was doing a solid here because Vince Carter was talking up Keshad Johnson the whole night, okay? I'm going to put my conspiracy hat on. He was like, Keshad Johnson's got a dunk that nobody's seen before. Now, I don't know about that. I think we've seen his dunks, but they were good dunks. But Vince Carter, who is like kind of the MC host, he's like on the court with these guys. He's got the mic. You know, he is the lord of the dunk contest. Right. You know, you don't talk dunk contest without talking Vince Carter. So Carter misses his first dunk, and Carter Bryant misses his first dunk, and Vince Carter then goes to him. He's like talking. He's like, don't worry, young fella. Go out there and do. He's just talking to him and
buying time, but his time is running out.
He's burned the clock. He goes, you're going to get this one. So basically, he burned like 35 seconds of this guy's clock. He's only got like 30 seconds left. So he goes, he does the dunk. Boom. He misses it. He gets rim, bounces out. There's only like 10 seconds left. He has to go get the ball and get a dunk in, and he just has a little wet fart dunk. Nothing to it. He gets a terrible score, and Keshad Johnson wins the dunk contest because Vince Carter was trying to give too much wisdom.
So if that was Carter Bryant and you were a fan of his, you would have been.
Oh, I would be furious. I would be furious.
I know you too well. You say, maybe. I don't know. I didn't.
I would be furious. No, I don't know what Vince Carter was doing, but like, I don't understand. The dunk contest went. It flew. It was like 10 minutes. I was like, oh, that's over. That's it. It's over.
Right.
But Vince Carter definitely cost this guy the dunk contest. I mean,
Right.
he definitely did. I mean, if he would have just gotten the dunk, he probably would have gotten a 50 if he completed that. But he, yeah, that was crazy. And I kind of felt like, did he give Keshad like a little oink? Because Vince Carter was talking up Showtime the entire night. And it was Goosey's. Like, Keshad Johnson, I'm happy that he won because, like, he was the only guy having fun. So, like, he was crying. Well, he wasn't crying, but he was, like, super emotional. He's got his mom on the phone. Pat Riley's hugging Pat Riley's hugging Mrs. Riley. He's like, so it was a cool moment for him. I was very happy for him because he seemed to be the only person enjoying himself.
Right.
Anyway, take a break here on the program. More to come. We're back
More
after this.
Olympics.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Happy President's Day to those who celebrate.
I think most people only celebrate things they get the day off. They get the day off. Yay, it's President's Day. That's just being honest. Half of the holidays that we get off, people don't even know what day is it. Oh, national holiday. What day is it? I don't know.
Are they off in Broward today? For
no school?
There's no school today?
No.
Okay. Palm Beach has school today. It's
Palm
weird.
Beach, where the president resides.
Yeah. No, presidents, the kids are in school today. They strangely have off Wednesday for teacher work day. And I was trying to figure this out. I'm like, are they just trying to prevent you guys from like 3-day weekending it up? I'm like, what's going on there? That's strange. But anyway,
isn't it a national holiday?
I mean, apparently not.
It's a federal holiday.
Federal holiday.
Yeah.
It's weird that the banks are closed, but schools are open. How's that? When normally they follow the same. Because I've gone and seen the letter on the door at the bank, and they go closed on Monday in observance of whatever holiday, and then I'll come home and ask Rebecca, hey, no school? No. So it's weird that in Palm Beach, of all places.
Yeah, very odd. Very odd. But that's how it is. Somebody, Handsome Daffy says, Bam should have entered the dunk contest, dunk over his girl, and then propose. He would have won the contest and the crowd. That would be good if he dunked over Asia.
If he could jump that high.
If he dunked over Asia.
Dude, how tall is she?
Tall is Asia? Was she 6'4"?
Yeah. So think about that. Bam 6'9". He jumping over somebody 6'4". That has to make or counterpoint.
Yeah, she's 6'4".
He can embarrass her on TV and
miss
and then she says no.
What if she's sitting down? What if they put it like a fancy? People kind of went away from the props this year, but like, what if he put it like a fancy restaurant setting and she's sitting at the table? I feel like she would have been.
She would know.
Yeah.
Also, I think public proposals like that are so embarrassing.
Nope.
I don't feel like that's going to happen for them.
It's like
no, it's definitely not going to happen.
It's like people that do it at like basketball games and football games, and then they get put on the jumbotron. I think they're doing it so they won't say no. I've seen some backfires.
I get secondhand embarrassment. It's like my worst nightmare, actually.
Pepsi says somebody said Spo is the one who changed Bam's profile pic. Yeah, this was something. So we know last week Bam changed his profile pic to him dunking over Khalil Ware. Then Khalil did his media scrum on Friday, and he's like, I went to Bam in the locker room, and I said, that's not going to fly. We're not going to do that. And so that's why he changed it back. And so Bam did change his picture back. And then Bam, this was the problem. The Heat admin, they snitched because they put that clip of the press conference on their Twitter account. And Bam's like, well, now I'm putting it back. I mean, I'm putting it back now. Different angle.
You could suggest, but if you tell, then people like no.
Yeah.
So the way they did it, it was all fun and games and blah, blah, blah. Then when it got like, oh no, I told him that we're going to, okay, young fella.
He goes, well, now it's the picture forever. Sorry.
Right.
Josh says, Tobin, talk about KD's burner. I don't really know what to say about this. This took over the internet yesterday.
Really?
So we all know Kevin Durant is always on the internet. Like he is, I mean, I don't know how many times I will just see on Twitter, he is replying to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm missing some details here, the chat, you could fill me in on this, on what happened. But from what I gather, Kevin Durant got into one of his Twitter spats yesterday. He was like going at somebody who was like, the trophies stink. Which, by the way, I want to be clear about this. That person's take is correct. The NBA has also ruined trophies, but this is Adam Silver's NBA. What do you expect? Can we have a trophy that's not something that looks like it was stolen from an antique store? What's with all the crystal lately? Whatever happened to a good old-fashioned trophy? Everything now is glass. Like they gave something to Anthony Edwards. Brady, did you see that trophy they gave to Anthony Edwards? Leroy, it looked like it looked like something a grandma would have
in her cabinet.
Yeah. I was like, is that? They're like, and now we give the Kobe Bryant trophy. And it looked like a glass castle. I'm like, what is that thing?
I would say that the glass one might be more expensive.
Maybe. It doesn't. I don't know if it is or not. Well, the old trophy wasn't that. The All-Star trophy wasn't that great. That used to look like an Employee of the Month trophy. So this was probably a slight upgrade. But like the Defensive Player of the Year is just like a glass cylinder.
It's probably crystal. So it's probably worth a lot of money.
Right.
Maybe. But
is it Schwarzkopf? Schwartz? Is it Schwartz?
I can't pronounce
what's
that.
What's the name of the
company? With the swan?
Swarovski.
Huh?
Swarovski.
They actually gold medal in the skeleton. So Kevin Durant apparently like got into it with this guy. He's like, oh God, you guys even hate the trophies now. You know, that's like Kevin Durant's thing. He just calls everybody out for being a hater, even though he's totally not a hater. So I don't know what to make of this, Leroy, because I don't know what's true and I don't know what's not, but it appears like there's a lot of circumstantial evidence that would lead into the direction that this would be Kevin Durant's burner account. Like there's this account that's got like 90 followers, and all of a sudden, like it went protected over the day, which means like nobody can look at the tweets anymore. Right. But people were leaking all of these group chats, these alleged group chats that this account took place in. And mind you, this is an NBA. We've had many a burner account scandals. Remember, it took down the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh, yeah.
Their GM got fired over it. But Kevin Durant, who we know has admitted to having burners, he'll even joke about like going on the burner to rip people. So Kevin Durant, like, there's all these tweets, Leroy, in this group chat, just like mother bleeping everybody. He's calling out his own teammates, Alperen Şengün and Jabari Parker. He's got ones that like ripped Draymond Green, that ripped Steve Kerr, that ripped Devin Booker. There was one that he referred to Devin Booker and Frank Vogel as Stalin and Mussolini. And I was like, this is real.
I would say
this is all allegedly,
that's not a go-to burn. Like if I'm going at somebody, that's not two people I'm pulling out of thin air. So
well, these tweets go back years. This is not like just new. This is like when he was on the Suns, allegedly.
Right.
I believe at one point he referred to Russell Westbrook as a triple-double cocaine bear.
Maybe he was talking about his energy.
I don't know.
Because you know Russ got some energy.
But all I'm saying is yesterday, there were all these videos that came out of Kevin Durant, and Leroy, he was literally on his phone during the entire warm-ups of the game. And they're just like, why is Kevin Durant on
the time correspond?
Okay. Yeah, like he got like uh-oh'd. Like he was like, why is Kevin Durant on his phone like right now? It's such an odd time. Like the game's going on. Why does he have his phone? That's strange. Wouldn't that be back in the locker room? But maybe he was on mop-up duty. I don't know. He's trying to clean this puppy up. But this is crazy. Like, I mean, the last time we had a burn. Did anybody ask him about this? I didn't see any press conferences yesterday, Brittany. Did he even do media? I'm not even sure.
He did media, but no one asked him about it.
Wow. Nobody asked him about it, huh? I feel like you got to ask him about it.
I mean, it's probably something that the NBA is not going to. It's going to be a sweep under the rug kind of situation.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, you can't prove that it's him. Right? Like, unless it's like you can't prove that it's him.
Sure there's a way. There's a way you can prove it.
It's not like even anything that he said was, I guess, I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe in team, unless like Ime Udoka calls a team meeting and he goes, "Well, you guys got to fight now. Sorry." That's
can he face any repercussions for that? I don't think so.
I don't know because I don't know what's real and what's not. I don't know.
True.
I don't
That's
know.
The problem is Kevin Durant has known to be an ornery old man.
Yes.
And when you see comments like that, normally you wouldn't think nothing of it. You think, oh, he got. But then it's Kevin Durant, who is known to be kind of that guy who would go off like that. But I would almost say you got to go way back and see, does it fit some of the stuff he's normally said when he's going after people?
Oh, that's 100% why. Yeah, it does seem like that because I can't imagine being as great at something as Kevin Durant is.
And as sensitive.
And being like, I have to argue my legacy with basketball's 69 today on Twitter. And that's what he spends a lot of his day doing. Like, you'll just look at his replies and be like, you're still arguing legacy about this? And he's just, but it's like, yeah, that's what I like to do.
But the problem is, and here's the other thing, that guy is not going to even determine what his legacy will be. So the people that he's arguing with don't even have a say-so in how the NBA views Kevin Durant.
It's crazy that he's still at this point in his career. This man is so
Some people just, dude, I'm telling you, like, some people, it doesn't matter. Like, it's hard in the world we live in today to make insignificant people in your life insignificant. You make them feel more important than they are. And that's why those words mean something. That's why you feel you have to respond to people you don't even know. Where there's others that look at that and laugh simply because they don't know who the hell that is and don't care. And they move on with their life. Kevin Durant takes a stop, reads, right?
Well, we'll see if anything comes of this, but it's Lita Ford says Tobin would be doing the same thing KD is doing if he was an athlete. I don't think I would do it because here's the thing,
dude, you love going back and forth,
but I can only do it so much. I can't, like, at the level. I don't think you guys realize how much he's doing this.
You don't, dude. How many times do you come onto the show and say, "Oh, they were up in their feelings last night"?
Oh,
got him.
Every once in a while, it's fun. He does it all the time.
Yes, but do you understand that if you were an athlete, there would be things that could be said to you, that would require a response, and because you go at it with people, it would be nonstop because people would be doing the same thing to you.
I don't think anybody has the energy he does for being online.
You.
I don't think so, dude.
Oh my goodness, Tobin.
I really don't, dude. I don't.
Like Tobin trolls people. Like it's all in good fun. With Kevin Durant, it's like he's actually in these arguments defending himself and his legacy, which is like that's the thing. It's more of a mental, like, you seem mentally small because why are you online?
Like, he spent all this weekend arguing about the All-Star game effort. And it's just like
Kentucky Finn. There you go. No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
It's actually the one thing you don't do.
I barely have an account.
Yeah, he's doing math problems. We know where he's at.
No, I'm not.
Not today.
No. Not today. I have been caught up. I'm all caught up in my Game of Thrones spinoff. Night of the Seven Kingdoms or something.
Is it any good?
It's okay. It's not like they gave it a Game of Thrones like subtitle or whatever, but it's basically just,
samesies.
Yeah. No dragons. In fact, the one person faked a dragon and got prosecuted. So
take a break. More to come here on the show. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Monday. Let's get to our headlines this second hour of the program. Those are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. The breaking news a little before the show today was the Miami Dolphins releasing pass rusher Bradley Chubb. So he is out.
Didn't we give up a first rounder for him?
Sure did.
And,
Sure did. First rounder.
I mean, not only a first rounder, but probably gave him $50 million.
No one's gonna hire Chris Greer for anything, right? Like nothing, right? Like this. I mean, that's this guy has eviscerated more cap space and you know what, draft picks than anybody.
You know the crazy thing about that is, every time a general manager gets fired, they say the same thing. That's usually where it goes sideways.
Yeah, when you're well, the big moves don't work. That's going to cost you. So everybody's saying this is the first in a big amount of overhaul for the Dolphins. I think we know the guys who aren't going to be here on the release. Like it's going to be Chubb, it's going to be Tua, it's going to be Tyreek. And then I guess the question really remains, like, all right, who are the guys that are going to trade to try and get stuff for? That's the interesting thing.
I think I would say anybody who's been with the team 3 years or less, you evaluate as far as the future.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody after that, then you see their value or how important they are to what you're going to try to do. So that would be Waddle. That would be who's the safety?
Fitzpatrick.
I think, you know, you kind of have to go around. I mean, even somebody like
Jordan Brooks, Zach Sealer. Yeah, Zach Sealer's 30.
And,
like, I don't know.
And I don't know, and, you know, and you have to, and think about this. Even if you made your team all rookies, you still would have to spend money to get to the cap. So that's where you have to kind of get a feel for, okay, who we need here. I think Sealer's more of a leader who probably got those young guys up front in line a little bit. So you have to look at that. But yeah, I think the offensive line is all pretty young. I believe it or not, I wouldn't mess with it too much because I want them all to grow together. And when you see successful offensive lines, you go, oh, this guy's been here 5 years. He's been playing online 5 years. You got 4 years. You got 5. They always, no matter how good they are individually.
Yeah, but there's still questions about, like, I mean,
sure.
Like, we don't, like, Patrick Paul is like probably the only guy where like that guy's good. He's our left tackle. Cool. Brewer needs a new contract. I mean, I feel like they'd be cool bringing him back.
Savaianaya is no, but you can't do that because think about this.
He did stink.
No, but think about this. Let's put it this way. A surefire guy that you could have these comments with would have been a top 15 pick. He was a second round pick. That means there was some development. That was
a high
required.
Second round pick that they traded up for.
Okay, but that's okay. Still, when you're drafting the second round, it says, you know, could be good, needs some development. I don't think you can determine whether he's gotten that development after 1 year.
Well, he better fix it.
I mean, dude, like,
I don't want new. We tried doing this with Eichenberg. We tried doing this with Eichenberg. We're like,
it's not.
We're gonna move him. It's gonna work out.
The dude had to play the whole year, whether he was ready or not. Like that matters.
No, but they tried doing this with Eichenberg. We're like, we're gonna put him at tackle. Didn't work. He sucked. We're going to put him at guard. Didn't work. Sucked.
But
center?
They
didn't work.
That based on the deficiencies they had throughout the offensive line.
No, they did it because he couldn't. Also because he couldn't find a place where he was any good. He stunk, and they kept trying to. They kept trying to like, we're going to make it work here, and it didn't work because he
because you didn't have any consistency at offensive line, so you could move him around. If he only played one, hold on. If he only played one position, I'm not saying he'd be better or not. If he only played one position because of all your other positions being having people there and not having to shuffle the whole offensive line, we may or may not have had a different story. But he was moved around because maybe he didn't work at the other place, but he was the only healthy lineman that could move.
Leroy, he is the Thanos of sucking on the offensive line. He has every infinity stone of being terrible.
Okay. All right.
Infinitely sucks.
Okay.
He stinks.
Okay. I think
whatever happened to what you told Robert Smith.
And understand what I'm saying here. I'm not saying he stinks or he doesn't. What I am saying is as an offensive lineman, he moved a lot, not because of his ability, but because of what they needed at other positions.
No, he moved a lot because of his inability to do anything.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like they kept trying to make it work. He was bad.
There was nobody they had that was better than him, which is an indictment on what they had.
It is an indictment on the Dolphins, no doubt, but it's also an indictment that you kept trying to make something work.
That's my point. I don't think they're in the same situation now with Savannah.
Hope not.
Once again, I'm confronted by football talk versus.
I don't understand. Well, you've also said what's a more experienced bad player. Like it's
yes. I listen. At no point in time did I say he was good or bad, but what I did say was a lot of the movement he had more to do with their unavailable offensive linemen than him. It wasn't a matter of, oh, we drafted him high, let's move him around and see it work. They go, oh, no, we need a right guard. We need a left tackle. We need this. We need that. Let's move him around. That was the situation.
After failures, though. You're acting like this is something that he poor Zach Sealer. If Zach Sealer had a good position that would have been locked up when he was drafted as a tackle in the second round, he would have stayed there.
You mean Eichenberg?
Eichenberg, excuse me. Yeah. If he would have had a position that he was good at, they would have just said, "Oh, good, we're set here." They couldn't. He stunk.
That's not what was going on with that offensive line then. It really isn't.
It is.
They had so many injuries and they had to shuffle so many guys that there may have been guys out of position. Like that. I know enough about
that happened when he moved to guard after sucking at tackle, and then their center got hurt,
and then he moved again.
And guess what? He sucked at guard, and shockingly, he sucked at center.
Okay, and all I'm saying is how much of that had to do with him moving, or you think that that's an easy thing?
I think that if he was good at a place, he probably would have stuck there.
No,
and also, by the way, he was a free agent last year. Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him.
Tobin, I've been on teams that have had offensive linemen that were fine at their position, and somebody got hurt, and they were the only players that had the ability to move.
Yeah, I remember the Dolphins.
They moved them based on the injuries.
I know this happened.
On the ability of the player.
This happened back with Mike Pouncey and Samson Sattelli, where Pouncey was hurt, and then Sattelli came back and they tried to keep Pouncey at guard. Didn't work.
Right, but
I know Mike Pouncey was a good player.
Again.
Mike Pouncey was a good player.
All I'm saying is put all of the information out there that maybe he wasn't the best guy to be moving around.
Nope, because I think you're misclassifying it as, oh, poor Zach Sealer. He had to move. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that. I know why, because he probably poked him in the eye. Poor Liam Eichenberg. He had to move around a bunch. And
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying poor Liam Eichenberg. I'm not saying that. But the reality of it is that situation with him on the offensive line had a lot to do with all the injured offensive linemen as much as it did to him not being any good, if that was the case.
True. Okay. That's not true, though. What you're saying is not true.
Okay. All right.
What you're saying is not true.
Okay.
And by the way, if they move
switching positions on offensive line is not as easy as you think.
I'm not saying that it's easy.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
you're making it sound like he should have been good somewhere.
You're saying that he was being a good soldier, and I'm telling you he got moved because of his inability at another position.
Okay.
And also, if they move Savaiinaya to the right side, which, by the way, was his natural side in college, it's likely more because he sucked on this side than it was, oh, we need a right guard. Which, by the way, they do need a right guard because Cole Stranger's in here.
Or, as it happens a lot, he's more comfortable on the right side.
He might be more comfortable.
And that has and moving from the right side to the left side or the left side to the right side is the equivalent to getting up one morning and they tell you you're going to be left-handed or right-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can't do it. And that's a fact. So I like for everybody to just make it seem like, oh, he sucks everywhere. It's sometimes some guys just can't do it.
Right. So
that's why guys who play on the left always stay on the left. The guys who play on the right usually always stay on the right. That they normally do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the circumstance of your offensive line being that, you're the only healthy guy, we got to move you.
Yeah, but the circumstances of an organization usually are if you have a high draft pick and you're gonna try and exhaust some plays. If the first year is a disaster, you're gonna try and exhaust some element to make him a productive.
Try to make him comfortable in a position that he plays. Yes, all of that. I get all of that. But you also have to include the other information that was in that situation.
I have plenty of information.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If they come to the conclusion that Savaiinaia is better off on the right side, that's more of his natural position,
and
he ends up playing well, what would you say then? Because it happens a lot. This happens more.
I hope that does happen.
No, but this happens more than you think.
My only argument is I hope he doesn't stink. They tried that with Eichenberg. It didn't work. He was bad everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere. And you're making it seem like he was.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just giving you the realities.
Guys, I'll suck it up.
I'm just giving you the realities of how sometimes these things work and how guys get put in bad situations.
Yeah. Well, listen, not everybody's Mike Mordecai, and you can play all positions and contribute.
Oh God.
Spring training, by the way, gets underway today. Full squad workouts. They had a ribbon cutting today in Jupiter for Bruce Sherman, as he has opened up his big weight room that he was excited about last year. So hopefully that gets
there's
it done.
A couple of guys. I hope you have some exercise bikes in there.
It feels unnecessary. Team USA, they beat Germany yesterday 5-1. Matthew Tkachuk had a pair of assists. Did you hear him
talking trash to the German guy?
Well, it's not just any German guy. It's Leon Draisaitl from the Edmonton Oilers. And he goes, "Hey Leon, always a bridesmaid, never a bride, eh?"
He throws the old Canadian thing in there, eh?
Well, they got cooked yesterday. The only thing that topped that was Canada. I think they put up 10 goals in their game. So Team USA is going to await the winner of Sweden and Latvia on Wednesday in the knockout round. But Matthew Tkachuk, everybody's, and this is, go ahead, Brittany.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, aren't they playing right now?
Who?
The U.S.
No, that's a replay. If they are. Oh, it's the women.
It might be the women's team.
Yeah.
I'm not
it
sure.
It absolutely is the women's team.
I
saw U.S. hockey pop up on my
Brittany.
ESPN.
Brittany, welcome to the show. We have all
we've all had our full pause.
Listen, let's support women's ice hockey. Thank you. We should still support them as well.
The Canadians got accused of some curling cheating this weekend too.
Really?
Apparently,
how do you cheat in curling?
Well, there's a certain line that you can only touch the stone, and apparently they were getting a little bit handsy with guiding the stone. So there was some cheating there. I think they did win that event. Yes. And then the big news over the weekend. Remember that guy I was asking you about because I saw him all over the place? Ilya Malinin.
Yes.
The quad god. He had a big time letdown in the gold medal routine. He fell twice. And so he didn't even medal. Kazakhstan got the gold. So that was tough. He was very sad. But apparently they're saying like I know they're trying to like figure things out. They're saying the ice stinks there, so maybe that was part of the reason. But I don't know.
A lot of in the event
because it's too warm.
There was a lot of falls in general. Like he wasn't the only person that fell. It was like 20 something of the competitors fell during that event.
Yeah, the ice was a big issue for the hockey teams coming in. They were like, they weren't sure if the ice was going to be good enough and that teams weren't going to let their players go because of how bad the ice is over there.
Well, it happens in most Winter Olympic places when it gets warm.
Yeah, why don't we just keep it in like cold places?
It is a cold place.
Italy is not an extremely cold place.
Yeah, we should keep
especially
it to like
Milan.
Why not just have it in the North Pole? What?
Just have it in the same guy I just had offensive line talk with.
No, you didn't have offensive line talk with. You had Eichenberg talk with.
Yeah.
Tired of you trying to save this guy.
I'm not trying to save him.
You are. You have some.
I'm merely just weird stating. I'm merely just giving you some information as to how difficult or how it plays out at times. That I've seen guys look very uncomfortable who spend 10 years of their life putting their right hand down and then all of a sudden having to move left and they go, we're just trying it out. And then somebody gets hurt and you're stuck there. I've seen that. I don't know if that's the case with Liam Eichenberg, but when you see Savaianaya, they said, oh, he got better as the season went on. Yeah, because it's probably because he's used to playing on the right side.
I mean, but better is
the offensive line was much better. Wait, the consistency of the offensive line and how they improved was a biggest improvement over the last couple of years.
Yeah, but is it biggest improvement from like us having to eat like gruel to like a piece of bread?
It has more to do with them playing together for a long period of time without any offensive line injuries. That matters. That matters. The consistency of even if you're working next to a bum, you can work together.
We'll take a break.
That's something they got to figure out moving forward. Is that do they work well together, or this guy is overcompensating for the guy next to him to the point where he struggles doing his job? Those are all things that have to be considered. But they were better from the five of them playing together than what we have seen in the last couple of years with all the injuries.
Yes, but it wasn't. I don't think anybody would mistake the Dolphins for having like a good offensive line still. It's better from being the worst.
Okay. It's still better.
Take a break. More to come. Back after this. I can't get enough of this Kevin Durant story. I mean, it's honestly, I don't know what's real. I don't know what's not real. I just know I can't get enough of it. There's apparently people have found that this header that he has on his alleged burner, is an owl, and Kevin Durant tweeted out that same owl picture back in 2021. I can't get enough of this. This is amazing. This is better than any investigation they have going on Netflix right now. What's better than a Twitter scandal? Honestly, the sleuthing that goes on back and forth is just genuinely incredible. To get the honest thoughts of everybody on his thoughts on everybody, which he already wasn't like a guy who was shy to share his opinion, but man, this is something. The toughest ones though are the ones on the Rockets teammates. I mean, he's got to deal with those guys.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, if it comes out that it's true, will he face repercussions because he's currently speaking about teammates and coaches that he's currently playing with?
That's never been his MO.
That's my point. It's like, if you talk about past teams, then okay, whatever, but you're speaking about people that you play with currently.
Yeah, like if it was, he really ripped everybody on the Warriors, it's like, we kind of know it ended bad with the Warriors. I don't know if it's as salacious. We know that it wasn't great in Phoenix, and that things got pretty dicey there as well. But I don't know if anybody would find that surprising either. The thing that's interesting with Kevin Durant is just like how talented the guy is, but I think it has been noted that every place that he's been basically since the end of Golden State been pretty miserable.
Well, he's a miserable old dude, so
he's a curmudgeon,
right?
He said he missed Ben Simmons. Like that's crazy.
So Tobin, somebody's going at me.
What's up
with this O-line thing?
Right,
which I think everybody's missing the point, but that's okay.
What are they saying that you?
The past season, the O-line was decent at run blocking, not short yardage, and complete ass at pass blocking with the system placed to mitigate pass rush. Media needs to stop saying the O-line was decent. The uneducated listen to them. Okay, Mr. Educated, let me explain something to you. When you look at what the offensive line did in pass protection, the average offensive line is asked to pass protect for 2.5 to 3 seconds. Tua had plenty of time to throw the football. You're looking at the result of the play. I am not. We're looking at, hey, did Tua have time to throw the ball all year? The answer was yes. He patted the ball. He struggled finding open receivers. All these things can be true.
Yep.
Right? So when I say the offensive line was better, you're looking at the overall production, and this is the line that separates him from people that know what the hell they're talking about. Okay? The O-line was good once in the Mike McDaniel area. It was against the Broncos. So he's basically taking the success and translating that into playing well. And that's not what I'm doing.
I would say for last year, the O-line for the first time in a long time wasn't the Achilles heel of the team. It was not. I think it was, and that's why I'm saying
it was the whole offense and how it functioned.
But it's just relative to how it's been. And I think that there was part of it that I think Mike McDaniel kind of thumbed his nose at the offensive line. I thought that there was a point, remember when Tua was like, it doesn't matter who's in front of me. I think they all got kind of caught up in their own bull bleep of, because he gets rid of the ball so fast, they really didn't need to worry about protecting him.
But then when he didn't and started throwing picks and he started holding on to the ball because he was scared to throw it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We got lost and we thought, the offensive line protecting him, when in actuality, he was holding the ball a lot longer than he normally had been.
Well, we have some new news.
What's up?
Tom Pelissero of NFL Network. The Dolphins have released veteran guard James Daniels, who, of course,
didn't play.
Gave us 3 snaps. Because Chris Greer said, off a torn Achilles, eh? I can make that work.
Dude, listen. That's crazy.
I liked Schmeathan, who said, I would hire Chris Greer as a consultant just to do the opposite of what he suggests. What do you think we should do here, Chris?
Let's draft Tua. Nope, we're drafting Justin Herbert.
Nope, release him. Nope, we're gone. 3 snaps.
That's not the first time they've given up money.
That's brutal.
I mean, they gave a wide receiver $10 million. Will Fuller.
Will Fuller, I think, at least played a game, not 3 snaps.
A game. 1 game for $10 million.
3 snaps.
At that rate, he should be making $170 million a year.
It's good living.
Yep.
It's good living. There's no doubt. But Jesus. 3 snaps?
Yep.
My goodness. That's rough.
Very rough.
What a legacy this is that this guy's left behind of team building. Like when they get into those offices, they're like, woo. Like who do they like does Sully like have to sit back in his chair for a second? It's just like, man, what was this guy thinking?
I don't know.
I
asked that question while he was doing it.
Sure. No, there's no doubt. But I think it's almost like embarrassing to like look at this. This is what the carnage that this guy left behind.
Yep.
Unbelievable, dude. Dade South says Chris Greer got players like Marcos buys shoes. Slightly worn. How slightly? Oh, he ended last season on a torn Achilles. Okay. That's
last season, not 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Last season.
And then his pec exploded in 3 snaps.
That's because he was doing too much legs.
Oh man.
I think, and I've said this when it was happening, based on what this team has been through, based on the injuries that they have dealt with, the last thing that I would do is bring in an injured player.
Whoa, breaking news. We like to call this a cleaning house Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Schultz tweets out, breaking news, the Miami Dolphins are releasing wide receiver Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's time with the Dolphins is over.
I mean, we knew that when it happened.
Yeah, we knew it. But still, I mean, dude, this is that's crazy. It's pretty crazy to see it.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Is it? The
Dolphins have also released wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Akine.
Special teamer?
Nah, he was their receiver last year. They got him from Tennessee. Remember, he had a bunch of touchdowns for Tennessee. He didn't do squat with the Dolphins last year.
Yeah.
Didn't do nothing. He was a blocker, like a blocking wide receiver.
More like Tyreek Hill. Am I right?
That's a point.
Oh gosh.
Well, I guess we know that Sully isn't taking precedence
for YouTuber.
I guess we know that Sully isn't taking President's Day off.
Nope.
It's a clean house Monday.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness gracious. His release will save the Dolphins. According to Adam Schefter, Tyreek Hill's release will save the Dolphins $22.8 million against the salary cap.
All right. So that's him and Chubb are a wash. There's still that 800-pound gorilla in the room, though.
He says, Barry Jackson says, for those asking, it has not been conveyed whether Chubb's release will come post-June designation per source. Pre-June has a much larger cap hit now. Post-June, smaller cap hit, but another one in 27. Just get it out of here.
Well, no.
First of all, don't tell me you're releasing me, and I got to stick around until June.
Really?
Yeah. I want to move on. Keep me around. Hey, we're going to release you in June. Don't tell me in June. What is this? So like, I gotta wait. Does that mean teams can tamper with me? How does that work?
You can. I don't even know if you can talk to somebody.
I don't think you can.
If you haven't been officially released.
Goodness gracious.
Unless they allow you to. But here's the kicker. If you work out something with another team, wouldn't the Dolphins come back and say we want compensation?
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? If it's pre-June 1st?
I guess you would just wait. You'd probably just wait it out then at that point.
And why not just wait to announce it?
I don't know. That's why I think they're probably just saying, hey, see ya. So Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb, Nick Westbrook-Akine, and James Daniels all gone.
Only one of those guys actually produced.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year only one of those guys produced. Tyreek Hill, of course, got hurt Monday Night Football against the Jets. He did just tell People Magazine last week that he just started walking without a brace, like around the Super Bowl. Yeah. So, I don't know. He's going back to KC, yeah?
I don't know if he's got a lot of baggage, dude.
Oh, dude, he's got a lot of baggage.
He's got a lot of baggage, and when you think of a championship organization, right? Are you ever gonna be in a position where it's so bad for us that we have to bring that into the organization? It's tough. Think about this. Every time a team has done it, it's failed. Antonio Brown, how many people thought they could fix him?
Yeah.
Right? So from that standpoint, the only person that I can think of that was a headache but worth the headache is Terrell Owens.
Yeah, he was good.
He was difficult. He was a pain in the butt. He might blast everybody on the team, coaches, organization, but on Sunday you didn't have to worry about him.
The guy's intoxicating with his speed. I mean, but I don't know what that's gonna. I don't know what that.
He was.
He was. Yeah, I don't know what does this look like off the. That was a brutal injury, dude.
Right.
That was a brutal injury, and if you take away like the superpower, the way that guy could shift and move.
That's what it was. He could change direction and so fast that it was intoxicating to see that a guy that fast that could change direction that way. However, his ankle, he's just started walking without a boot. And if you bring him back, it might be a while before he's ready. And you got to deal with all the other stuff that may be coming his way this summer.
Yeah, you never know.
So I think most people would be in line with saying, we'll wait until things, calm down a little bit.
Barry Jackson says on Nick Westbrook-Akine, he says, NWI was due no guaranteed money. This move and Tyreek essentially make the Dolphins cap compliant, whether Chubb was designated post-June or not.
Right.
And now, of course, we all await on what they're
going
to try and
do. I think
with.
Based on how things are going right now, it'll be a pre-June 1st, and you just take the beating now.
That's what I would do. I mean, unless
instead of not having, because I mean it. Now, keep in mind, what I would say is this: I think they're trying to figure out how to be salary cap compliant, as they would say, and they might need that money. They might be able to get away with freeing up less money this year, right? Instead of it all. So
I would feel though if I was half Leanne Sullivan, don't you just want to take the bath and then now you get to go with your vision?
You still have to do it the right way. You still have to, kind of work your way around the roster and not just like a lot of people. And here's what I've realized: a lot of people have a list. I don't want this guy. I don't want this guy. I want this guy, and that could all be fine. But what Sully and Hafley's job is to get there while still, being able to, as far as the salary cap, still be able to do some things and be able to function. You can't just make moves just because.
I think it's like you said though. The only move that really affects the roster this year is Chubb.
Right.
Everybody else, they didn't do squat.
Everybody else, anyway. It was free money. It was money that they would know. So
Tom Pelissero says Tyreek Hill is rehabbing a major leg injury. It's unclear whether, when or if he'll play in 2026. He would have had $11 million fully guaranteed later this month, so his release was expected.
Right. I mean, so from that standpoint, yeah. So he probably had a roster bonus, which I don't know why people would sign those things because they'll just cut you before the roster bonus. But a lot of players do it so that you get freed up to go somewhere else sooner. You know what I mean? If you didn't have that roster bonus, say that March roster bonus, then they could wait till June 1st. And then that puts you in a bind because you haven't really, there's nowhere else you can go, or there are a lot of teams that fill the need at that time.
We'll take a break here on the program. Again, if you're just tuning in, the Dolphins cleaning house with some moves today. Bradley Chubb, Tyreek Hill, Nick Westbrook-Akine, James Daniels, all released, according to reports, by the Miami Dolphins. We'll take a break. Leroy hands out his game balls and game bugs from the weekend. Next. This guy's a ball. Oh! Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Brittany Rodriguez in with us today. How was your weekend, Brittany? Was it lovely?
It was so lovely.
Did you have a Galentine's with J-Fig?
Yes, we did, and we had a 9-hour brunch.
Wow.
Yeah.
9 hours?
It was 9 hours.
How many mimosas were at this giant brunch?
No, we were doing margaritas.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, geez.
That's better.
Yeah, 9 hours.
Very good. We'll get to that in a bit. But first, Leroy, what do you got for us here? Game balls, game bums from the weekend.
So, couple of game balls to my two kids. Their birthdays were this weekend. I had a good time.
Yeah.
And then Valentine's Day was sandwiched in there. So I was on the run, baby. Same run every year. It never goes away. So we all had a good time. That was fun. And again, they had good birthdays, I hope.
That's good.
My game bum. One of the ask of a birthday was to go see a movie as a family.
Really? Okay.
Friday, got the tickets, got the little recliners, stopped off at Walgreens, got some candy, right? Got some popcorn. Now they have a soda machine, so you just buy the big cup. You can fill it up many times as you want.
Oh, that's awesome. I love
that.
You
know the one where you can pick the different flavors with the high C or the cold.
Of course.
Yeah, awesome. Made a little mistake. You don't need to get the large because you just refill the medium and save half the price.
When you say they have it, you mean like they have it where? Just like right outside the theater?
No, like right outside off. You can go fill it up yourself. They just give you a cup.
But is it close to the movie theater? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. It's right near the concessions.
Oh, okay. I thought like they were putting the soda machine like
no.
Right near
right near the concessions.
Fair enough.
The movie I went to go see, Crime 101.
Okay, I don't know
Halle
that movie.
Berry, was it Chris Hemsworth?
Wow, handsome crew.
Oh yeah, it sucked.
Wow. Okay.
It was unfortunate. My daughter looks over at me in the middle of the movie and she says, "I'm sorry." The previews were awesome. It was bad.
It's got a good Rotten Tomatoes score.
No, it was terrible.
86% and 84 audience score.
They lied.
Wow.
They lied.
Why was it bad?
It lasted forever. And another game bum to the movie theater who puts 6:30 start time and the movie didn't kick off till 7:15 with all the previews and all that stuff. So yeah, when we sat down at 6:29, we were the only people in the movie theater. So they knew. The other people knew because by the time the movie started, it was full.
Man.
I can't explain.
I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, it was like terrible. I got more enjoyment out of the previews coming out in the summer than I did the movie.
Wow. All right. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that movie sucked. I didn't end up going to the movies this weekend. I did not see.
Oh, you were supposed to go see Worthington?
Worthington Heights. I did not end up seeing that.
Nope. It's not how you say it.
What is it called?
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights. I did not end up seeing it yet. I am going to see it, but I did not see it this week.
I saw it on Friday.
Was it good? Is that no?
How do I say this without sounding pretentious?
Wait, Evan 11 said, "Tobin, sorry."
It's if you. I think as a separate entity away from the book, it could be a great standalone movie. But I'm a big fan of the book Wuthering Heights. I read it several times.
You're one of those.
What does that mean?
You're one of these readers who's like, oh, it never lives up to the book. I understand.
No, you guys understand, like, Wuthering Heights is a classic literature novel.
Is it?
It's considered. Yes, it's considered.
Wait, you're talking to two meatheads, right? So now be careful where you're treading.
No, it's minus what? Minus one to them. Yes, for not knowing that Wuthering Heights is a classic literature novel. It is. It's studied in high schools and AP literature. My children will read that book.
What does Wuthering mean?
It's just the name of the place.
Nah, it's gotta have a name. I mean,
no,
something.
It doesn't mean anything. It's just the name of the house that the book takes place in, or the story takes place in.
Okay.
And okay, so it's first off, the movie only covers half of the book. It's not the full book.
Is there a part 2, Wuthering Heights? The Higher?
I hope not. I don't need to see that.
That's bad, huh?
No, it wasn't bad. Like, as a standalone movie, it's not bad. If it didn't have the name Wuthering Heights, it wouldn't be a bad movie. It's just not Wuthering Heights. If you are a fan of the book, then it's not good. Plus, the casting is very off for the characters in the book. So that also is very
why is that? I thought they had Margot Robbie.
Okay, well, yeah, but so Margot Robbie in the book, who she plays, Kathy, is supposed to have brown hair and have brown eyes. Margot Robbie has none of those things.
So you're out on that once that happens?
Yeah, you're out. And then the character that Jacob Elordi plays, Heathcliff, is supposed to be a person of color.
Really?
Yes, he's supposed to be of dark skin, is how it's described in the book. And it's a big part of the book is about racism and class.
Oh, so really they just
completely removes the one of the
main plot of the book.
I got you. So they basically turned it into Wuthering Whites.
That's what they've been calling it. Wuthering Intangibles. That's what it is.
Oh wow.
I think the last book that I read and I watched the movie and I was like just as excited was it Sleepers?
Sleepers.
Yes, it was about, I think that's the name of the book. It was about 4 kids who were put in a youth home because they were, bad, and the guards abused them. So when they got older, they went back. Like, you ever read The Count of Monte Cristo?
Yes, I did.
They read that book in the home, and then years later they went back after the people like that. So it was cool because I read The Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
I've read the Count of Monte Fisto, the Apollo Creed story.
Jesus Christ.
That boy don't have no culturing. That's what this like.
What's the most prestigious book? What's the last time you read a book, Tobin?
The last time I read a book.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good question.
It's a fantastic question.
I got one right here. The Celestine Prophecy.
When is the last time I read a book cover to cover?
That wasn't sports.
It has to be college. It has to be like the last time I did it. I don't even remember what book, but I feel like college is like the last time. Like I had to do it for like a literature class.
Wow,
Vlad says the Heat 2012 media book. The media guide. I read a lot. I read the newspaper. I read articles. I read a lot, but I don't read books.
You read sports stuff.
Not always. I read other stuff. I'll read news.
Reading. As long as your reading comprehension skills are in use, it's all.
I read. I just don't read books, and I don't do audiobooks either. I think that's cheating.
I agree. I don't like audiobooks. I don't even those. I like paperbacks. Like, I love reading.
I think I accidentally read a Dean Koontz book that they made into a movie. The movie wasn't that good, but it was like on Lifetime or something.
But I think you'll enjoy Wuthering Heights. Maybe, I don't know. It's very obscure. It's very dark. It's a dark film.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna look at my wife and I'll be like, hey, What's up with all the intangibles?
Like, now go impress your wife. Tell her, like, do you know that the casting of this movie is very off?
She's definitely read them, but my wife is a huge reader. Like, that's the thing is
then she's definitely read it.
My wife is a huge reader of, and she also, and I tell you what's really annoying about my wife. All right, she's a fast reader, so she can read a book like nothing, and I'm just like, how do you do that? And somehow my son got that too, where he can read books really, really fast. This is ridiculous. Everybody's reading books willy-nilly in our house.
That's good. Well read. Being well read is good.
I just think I get bored with books, you know? It's like, oh, how much time is left in this book? How many chapters we got?
You don't have the attention span for it. It is
Let's just like get to it, you know? But you know what I do like? I do like a bookstore. Just the ambiance.
You don't purchase any
I
books.
love
You
a
just,
Barnes
like,
I
go
love
in there.
Yeah.
And you're just like reading the back of the covers, like if you're gonna actually purchase it, but you just leave after an hour.
I have done that. I've just sat there and I'm just like, while my family's perusing, I'll peruse and I'll start reading and be like, yeah, this would be good if I wanted to sit down and read this, but I don't.
You know, never like I used to read a lot on planes and stuff like that because they didn't always have the TVs.
Right.
When you're on long flights, and I'd grab a book,
and
that's how or bring a book with me. The Count of Monte Cristo though, it's forever long, and I couldn't put it down.
There's no book that's better than Rocky though.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Jeez, Tobin.
What do you say to that? I don't know.
Mr. 799 Jr. says books smell good. That's true. Books do smell good.
They do smell good.
But I feel like bookstore books smell better than Amazon books.
Of course.
You know, like they're all together with their book family.
They just like absorb scent too. So like when you own a book for a long time, it like takes on its own scent from being in your house or anything like that.
What?
Yeah, like they take on scent. Don't act like I'm crazy.
I got books. Could you read me?
Well, speaking of books, Dolphins trying to clear their cat books. Well,
they did. Hey, they're taking some mad lashes at that cap space now.
We'll take a break. There's some updates on some more releases and also on Tua, what they're planning to do with him. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. We take you guys up until 2 here on the program, as we got lots of things moving and shaking here on this President's Day, including the Miami Dolphins making some releases. Old John Eric Sullivan making moves today, cleaning house. We'll get to some of those here in your headlines. Brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito. Our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. So to give you guys the rundown, the news this morning, we started off Bradley Chubb. He was released. Still don't have confirmation if it's going to be a pre-June, post-June, but I would guess it's going to be pre. They don't want that thing lingering over 2 years. Just snip, snip, snip.
It depends on where they are against the cap this year. And I think that has, as they go through all these moves, if they can take the full hit now, then they'll do it. If they need to move some of that $11 million based on what they do with Tua, I think that is how they're constructing. You see, they're making all their moves, and then they're going to sit in the room and go, okay, now what? We've cleared X amount of dollars. We can get rid of Tua now, but it's going to cost us 32 next year. Right? If we add Chubb to that, that's 40-something million next year. Can we get away with doing it all now? And that's the conversation they're going to have.
The other big name that was released today was Tyreek Hill. He is also gone. They have some ancillary pieces that were also released. Nick Westbrook-Akine and James Daniels, who gave the Dolphins a whopping 3 snaps. Let's give it up for Chris Greer, huh? Just a marvelous job of running a franchise, Chris. I can't believe how could anybody having this guy around for 20 years, how could they just not want to keep that wisdom? That's just unbelievable. Great job, dude. As far as Tua is concerned, this is a report from Jordan Schultz, who's been breaking a lot of the Dolphins releases today. Jordan tweets out from Fox Sports. He says, the Dolphins' preference has been to find a trade partner for Tua Tagovailoa. A cut is possible in the end, but that has been their preference. My understanding is the new regime doesn't want it to drag too long. And as we did hear last week from Sully, he said that he imagines that they're going to come to a decision soon on Tua.
Yep.
I don't know who you're going to find to trade for this guy, dude.
But again, they position themselves where they can wait.
They have positioned themselves where they can wait, but we also don't know if they just want to go into draft season clean slate, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So we don't, that I think it appears like you just kind of want to know what you have to deal with. I'm sure.
Or maybe they'll do like Chubb and make the announcement, but it'll be a post June 1st.
But we don't know that yet on Chubb.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We don't know that on Chubb or Tua.
So I think that if Tua, my sport track is going slow here all of a sudden. I guess everybody's all
if they
crazy.
do pre-cut, if they pre-June 1st, it's what, 99 million?
99 million.
Post is 50 this year and 30 something next year.
Yeah, and I think it's a little, if they are able to find a trade, I think it's like 60 something. So it's a little less, but I just don't know who's going to trade for this guy. It doesn't feel like there's much of a market out there for him, especially on trade. Like, especially if you're not going to attach anything to him.
There's probably a bigger market for Tua than people think. There's not a market for eating 90 million.
Sure.
That's the problem. The problem is not the player, it's the money.
And even if you just like look at the teams, it's like probably like 7-8 quarterback openings right now. But there's not every one of them is going to even be into the idea of Tua. I know that we've some people have been starting to kick around the Kyler Murray Tua switcheroo.
No.
But I would be surprised for this regime, the way they're moving, that would be something they would kick around. I almost feel like they would rather just go with Quinn Ewers for a year.
Correct. And we don't know what the Malik and the problem with the Malik thing is if you bring him in, how much you're going to have to pay him, and now you're talking about 100 and something million at one position.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that to me feels like a foregone like conclusion everybody made. Is like, oh, he's for sure gonna be here, and I don't know. We gotta just, because here's the thing: if you're Malik Willis's agent, you're probably licking your chops. You're like, oh, come on, I got one of the most coveted quarterback guys out there right now. I got a front office that knows him. What are they going to be expecting? Are you expecting to get because people will go to the Justin Fields contract, but like, here's what I would say. That didn't work out. So like, just because the Jets gave Justin Fields 20-30 guaranteed, I wouldn't say that his production this year has put up that, oh, they're going to do that.
I don't think there's a player in the world that can come to the Dolphins and say this. You see what the Jets gave Justin Fields. My response would be, yeah, it's the Jets.
Yep.
Keep it moving.
Do we look like Jets to you?
But that's like bad teams. I mean, can you go to Atlanta and say, you see what Atlanta gave to Kirk Cousins?
Oh.
Right. Like, no, that was bad moves. Don't come in here with see what so-and-so got when it didn't result in anything. Look at what Seattle did. Look at what Minnesota did. Right? That's more in line with what, we're willing to do. But yeah, they're yeah, they like it is because there's such a need for quarterbacks, and there's going to be a whole lot of quarterbacks who make a bunch of money on the market. I don't know if anybody's going to really do anything. Because why would you trade for Tua when you could just wait?
Yeah, I don't know who the hell would trade for Tua.
Same thing with Kyler Murray. They're talking about Kyler Murray. I heard I was watching on TV the other day, Kyler Murray to Atlanta. You think he's that dynamic?
I'm sure it's the same thing. I'm sure if it was a free agent, of course somebody will kick the tires on him. But so you basically have to be in a position. The only way you would trade for guys like that is if you're really fearful that another team wants them. And
not even, but it depends on what team.
Yeah. And it's going to be a team that has no quarterback answer. It's not going to be.
How many good teams or how many teams that were recently in the mix need a quarterback?
Here are the teams that are going to need quarterback, right? Dolphins, Jets, Browns, Colts. Nobody really in the NFC East. Nobody really. Maybe the Vikings if they're really sick of McCarthy. Maybe.
I think they'll ride that out one more year.
Falcons and then the Cardinals. So that's 8 teams,
right? And what do they all have in common besides Minnesota?
They stink.
Right. And why do they stink? Because they made bad choices. So do you want to get in line? Do you want to compete with a team that's notorious for making bad decisions? Do you want to compete for a player with those teams?
Evan 11 says the Dolphins don't have to cut him is the thing. Yeah, they don't. But I think this goes to us talking last hour, Evan, about I think it just feels like he wants a clean slate. He just wants the organization to know where it stands, even if this year's going to be terrible. I just think that they just want to lay it all out there for everybody. And the thing with having Tua is we can sit here and be like, oh, you're going to keep him on the roster. And I understand it. What's the point if you're going to eat it anyway? But I think the problem is if you have a vision of a team, you're so associated in this league is so obsessed with quarterbacks. If Tua's around, well, first of all, we don't know how Stephen Ross feels about that. He maybe rats off a ship on the guy. But even if he wasn't, okay, so then there's a very good chance Tua could win a competition against Quinn Ewers in camp.
Right.
And then, like, where are we at? We're back at square one. Like, I don't know. I think it's probably, if you're looking at the moves, it feels like a general manager who's ready to just have this team be in his image until it wasn't his decision. And I'm sure that when he got the job, nobody had it with the imagination that Tua was still going to be on the roster. You think Troy Aikman wants him? No.
I get it. I understand everybody wants to cut bait, but again, just cutting bait to cut bait doesn't, like, it just seems like more erratic behavior, right? I think if they have a plan, and I think when they do make that move, I'm more than sure at some point they'll make that move. They're going to immediately come out with a plan for the future at that position. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want to be the front office that just makes decisions to make everybody feel good. They want to have a plan behind it. And you can see with all of the moves that they've made and all the things that they've said is that each one of these decisions will be thought out. And so that's why I think they haven't said anything yet.
We'll take a break here on the program. It's Adam Silver. I got to tell you, just more baggage adding up against this horse's ass. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you. And President's Day. Could be Stephen A. Smith Day in 4 years. Who knows? Who knows? You don't know, Brittany. Anybody's got a chance these days. I want to get to this. Okay, so Adam Silver's the worst. And I'm furious that it feels like his stupid all-star idea worked yesterday because I was entertained. I got this is the thing about old Tobes. I give credit where credit's due. And his dumbass idea feels like it actually kind of worked yesterday. Now, I don't think it's because of Adam Silver. I think it was because of Wemby. Wemby was the one who really made that puppy go. And then the old what I gotta tell you, I will say though, this is the interesting thing about it. Leroy.
Yes.
I think the old timers are kind of sick of Wemby's ass. They think he's a little pretentious.
They ganged up on him.
They
say anybody but Wemby.
There was a lip reader who interpreted perhaps LeBron was caught on the bench saying F Wemby. I do believe Wemby was asked, is he going to be sad when LeBron retires? And his response was no. But
a lot of players say that because, the greatness.
Maybe he thinks of him. He's very great. He's very talented. He's taller than everybody. It takes one step for him to dunk from the 3-point line. It's ridiculous. I honestly don't know why he jump shoots ever. It feels like he could dunk over everybody. Wembanyama shooting jump shots, does it not feel like a waste of time?
He doesn't jump.
He just looks like he's doing
he can shoot free throws from the 3-point line.
But he's just doing it to be cool. Like he doesn't if we were being productive about this, right? Like if this was the 80s and Wembanyama came along, he'd never do that.
He'd never be out of the paint.
He'd never be out of the paint, and you would and they would dominate. It would be like Kareem. They wouldn't, they wouldn't mess around. You think Kareem looks at him and goes, wasting your time. Jump shot. Stupid. Jump over everybody. How about that? Anyway, that's not why I'm upset. This Adam Silver is a horse's ass because he continues to screw the Miami Heat. And in the latest chronicles of Adam Silver screws the Miami Heat, there was a piece of news that came out over the weekend, Leroy, from The Athletic. They did a feature piece on this law firm that handles all the investigations for the NBA. So when they say we have an investigation, Adam Silver's not sitting there with his magnifying glass. It's the law firm. It's the law firm. And so they did this throw, and it's talking about, it's there for the aspiration thing. This is the one that handled the Tim Donaghy. They've had a long-standing working relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wouldn't you know it? Because this Adam Silver had me believe that the poor widow NBA, just a mom and pop shop, couldn't have found any evidence that Terry Rozier did anything wrong when he was on the Charlotte Hornets, except his law firm that he's been using for forever happened to have found a text from Terry Rozier to an associate that let him know, this was the piece of the article, they had access to Rozier and his phone and found that he had texted someone that he would come out of the game, according to multiple people briefed on the investigations. But they could not compel others outside the NBA to participate in the investigation. Federal prosecutors had no such restrictions. So let me get this straight, dude. When you sat up there and you told me, the FBI, they could do things, and they just knew things that we didn't know. But you knew something was amiss. Something was amiss. And doesn't this seem to go back a little bit conveniently, Roy, that all of a sudden Terry Rozier was shelved for the rest of that season, but he didn't find any need to tell anybody who would be interested in the services of Terry Rozier that he had something a little sketchy in the background? I am sick of this man. First of all, Where's my resolution? Okay. You went this entire year. You guys couldn't even beat him in an arbitration. He's getting $27 million for doing nothing. And you've sat here screwing the Miami Heat for the better part of a season. And you've known for 3 years that he tried this.
So question, what can anybody do about it?
Great question. Here's what they could do. You can make me feel better by giving me back my pick.
No.
I want to be made whole again because this guy completely swept this under the rug. Okay? It's like booking a hotel room with bed bugs. You know what you do? You make it right. You put some Hilton points on there. You make my next stay free, but you make it good. You know what you did, and you know what you did. And what you did was you left the Miami Heat in the dark. The Hornets knew. You knew. Rozier knew. The feds now know. But you want to know what I know? Is I don't have my pick.
Again, what can they do? Like, what can the Heat do? You're just saying what you want to happen.
Oh, what can the Heat do?
If all this information is out there, are you opening up? Like, you think there's people in the league that are against the Heat now? If they were to bring this out, how do you think that plays out?
I don't know how it plays out, but you want to know what I want? I want my pick back. And that's what I want done. So I want the Miami Heat.
Tobin, we know what you want.
Yeah.
What I'm asking you is, how can you go about that without causing more problems going after it?
I don't know how it has to go about it. I don't care. I don't know if Mickey Harrison has to wrestle Adam Silver, thumb wrestle Adam Silver, play him in a game of Parcheesi. I don't care how it goes down, but I want my pick back because I have been wronged. Me, personally, I have been wronged.
Until the NBA acknowledges that, because based on what Adam Silver has said, they're going to stick with that. Right? And there's really not, if you go after the NBA, who do you go to? Because if the NBA stays consistent with this story, even though there's information that say otherwise, what body of work is going to hold them accountable? That's the question. If they are the ruling force in the NBA, who holds them accountable for this mishap or this misstep or this not acknowledging this information so that the Heat can get their pick back?
The Heat has to hold him accountable. That's who has to hold him accountable.
What does that do? If you're holding a person that makes the rules accountable, how does that work?
You got to change the rules. If everybody's going to sit here, let me tell you something. If we're going to sit here and have think pieces left and right about tanking, should we abolish the draft? Should players go where they want? Should they do a tournament? By the way, I'm going to tell you something right now, Adam Silver. If you suggest one more tournament, okay, I'm going to throw up. Enough of the tournaments, okay? We already have Play-in-ville. You have the in-season tournament. Now you want a tanking tournament? Are you kidding me? Enough of the tournaments. How about you just handle your business and give the Miami Heat their pick back? Because I'm tired of this nonsense. You guys knew for 3 years. And you want to know something? This is another thing that made me sick. Okay? Sick this weekend, Brittany. This guy was asked about Giannis Antetokounmpo, all right, buying into the prediction market, which, by the way, you saw dollar signs flash right in front of Scrooge McDuck there because he's like, he got money for that? We can do prediction markets. So Giannis is not going to be held accountable for this. For finagling rumor mills because Adam Silver wants in the game of prediction market, which fine, go make a buck, whatever. But you want to know what's gross about that? You guys sat here, you swept this under the rug because you want to keep all your gambling partners fat and sassy. But the only person who got screwed here is the Miami Heat. The only entity that got screwed here is the Miami Heat. The Hornets didn't get screwed. Terry Rozier, counting his $27 million at home right now, didn't get screwed. The only people who are screwed here are the Miami Heat. And they're the only people who tried to do something right, by the way, by making a ridiculous trade, giving up a first-round pick for a very pedestrian player who only got worse. It might have been on the take. But just sitting here, you can't control the rules on anybody. All right? People are tanking left and right. They're trying to nuke their teams. One team tried to make their team better. Well, terrible trade, admittedly. But they tried. At least they tried. And what have you done? You've turned a blind eye. And that is rat-fink behavior at its finest. You're a commissioner of what?
The thing is, it's true. Someone in the chat just said, like, what have the Heat done about it, though? We haven't heard that they're fighting for it.
They better be.
Here's what I think. I think if the Heat are doing something, they're not going to do it loudly because they want it to be dealt with. If you come out loudly like Tobin is right now, then a lot of times the other party will hunker down and try to find a way out of it instead of fixing it.
No, I think the more you talk about it, the less that the NBA is like trying to save face in recent years.
They're not.
No, I think that they are. And I think that if you make a big stink about it, you have a higher chance of them listening to you just so you to shut you up.
Are you familiar with people in power?
Yes.
When you try to hold them accountable, they hunker down and try to.
You don't think that the NBA has tried to save face? That they're on a downward spiral.
They're not.
That's why he's trying to make all these tournaments. That's why he's trying
to
make more
people that have power are very cautious admitting they were wrong. And so the thing that Adam Silver said before, what he'll do is he'll go back and try to justify that as far as the timing of it all.
I think it's
even though we know it may not be accurate.
I think it's been justified. You are completely within your rights now to make it right on the Miami Heat. You know you screwed them. You screwed them.
Who admits that?
Doesn't have to be admitted. It's plain as day.
But
he's talked about it too.
Who comes back after the fact and says we're going to make it right? Because
he's the boss.
I understand everything you guys are saying. Okay, give me a situation where that's happened. Everybody says I make no sense. Okay, give me a situation where the person that runs the league, the corporation, or whatever has come out and said, you know what, we did the Miami wrong. We're going to make it right and give them the pick.
Yeah, but
name a situation.
I can't name a situation. That's why he called it a unique situation. But that's just excuse for I don't want to do anything about it.
Right.
Because this past week, you know what he did? He fined a team $500,000. Why? Because they did something wrong. Okay? Something wrong happened here, and it needs to be made right. That's the job. That's the job.
Finding somebody for something or taking a first-round pick is different than reversing a first-round pick.
It's not different. You're the commissioner.
Oh. Okay. All right.
But
Hocus pocus, boom, your pick is back. That's what you do.
Okay.
But why don't they take it to like the Players Association? Go amongst
it's not a Players Association thing. It's between the owners and the
Well, go to the Owners Association. Have a conversation about it. Bring it to the table. Have other people rule on
Charlotte
it other than Adam Silver.
Charlotte? Those scoundrels? Scoundrels who hid the gambling? Who, by the way, haven't said a peep in the midst of all this?
You know why?
They don't deserve it.
We live in democracy at the end of the day. Take away the Heat and the Charlotte and sit down all the owners. I'm sure there's an association for them. Take away the Heat and Charlotte and have a conversation amongst them and see what, as organizations, the NBA feels they should do. It shouldn't just be up to Adam Silver.
If you can lemon law,
I agree with all of you.
If you could,
but this is not what people do.
If you could lemon law a medical issue, you can lemon law a gambling issue.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys make great sense.
Thank you.
Okay, but I deal in the real world, and nobody ever comes out and says we're going to make this right. They don't. If you've seen these professional organizations, if you've seen these meetings and stuff like that, they'll fight. They'll fight until the end before they are forced.
I don't really understand what your argument is. Your argument is don't yell, don't be mad about it because no one's going to do anything about it. That's like that.
The whole time
that is the opposite of how you live your life.
Do you listen?
No, I'm just saying. I don't understand.
There's never been a time where I said you were wrong. So why are you saying I'm complaining about you arguing about it? I didn't say I had a problem with that. Never. So why are you saying that? I'm saying that go try to make somebody that has that power fix something. They don't. They never do.
They don't if they aren't compelled to.
How do you compel them?
I think Mickey Harrison, what he does is he gets one of his boats. All right. You take Adam Silver out on the boat, right? Because things can happen on a boat, right? And you take him out to sea, and then all of a sudden, some sharks start circling the boat and say, now you can't leave until we get back our pick. Or you bribe him with the boat. I don't care.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe Adam Silver wants a yacht, but I want my pick back. And I deserve it.
Somebody said, listen, for everybody out there, like, do you understand that trying to fight the league about this, if you're the Miami Heat, could result in more problems?
How?
I'm just saying.
How?
Even though you have every right, who and where is going to make the decision to reverse it?
I don't understand how it could create more problems. Right. What are you going to do? Take more picks? Sweep more scandal under the rug? Make your league look more dirty?
Because here's what I think would happen. In the end, here's how you can prove that you were wrong. Okay? If before you made the trade, if you inquired about the investigation and everybody said it was good, and then you made the trade, and then it wasn't good, that's your argument.
What about if you were? What if all information? Hold on, let me ask you. I'm going to ask you a counterpoint.
Because you usually go into.
Ask you a counterpoint. It's very simple. What about neglecting to tell anybody there was an investigation?
We know about this investigation beforehand, and it was public.
No.
We knew about the investigation. No. There was.
No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't.
There was an investigation. He was cleared.
After the fact, when it was last year when he's already on the Miami Heat, nobody knew that he was being investigated when he was on the Hornets. Publicly.
I'm more than sure the NBA knew. Okay, yeah. And my argument would be, instead of this nonsense, if you knew and you investigated and he was not cleared, why were we not made aware of it? That's the grounds to reverse it. I don't know if the Miami Heat is, doing. Maybe they're planning that.
They better be planning.
But you can't just go there in that situation and yell. It's not going to get it done. You have to have a reason as to why. And the reason has to be, wait a minute, if you knew about this or were investigating this, we should have been aware before the trade. We wouldn't have made the trade. That's the argument.
Yeah, dude. Welcome to the side. That's where I've been at.
It's not a the
whole time.
Okay.
Take a break. Mixed bag is next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
What was going on there?
I was muting the other tab while trying to unmute everybody else.
All right. Suspicious. I don't feel like that's what you were doing.
That's actually what I was doing, but
Very
if that
strange delay of things that goes going on there, you know?
okay.
Anyway.
It's literally 4 or 5 buttons at the same time. Sorry, I'm not an octopus.
It's 4 buttons.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, what are you running a spaceship? It's not 4 buttons.
Okay, fine. Sure. Because you're on my screen. I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs open right now.
How many of them to talk?
What?
How many of them to talk?
You know what? You're lashing out, and I don't like it. -1 to
I'm not
you.
lashing out.
Because you're trying to tell me how to do my job. -1.
Well, I'm not telling you how to do your job. I'm just wondering why it took you so long to get on the radio show.
Be skeptical. You know what? I don't like it.
Let us get to the mixed bag, huh? Leroy Horde, are you familiar with Stephen A. Smith?
Yes.
Could be president. It is President's Day. Well, he had thoughts on the Tyreek Hill release. Here's what he had to say on it.
I'm happy for him. He should want to be out of the Dolphins. If you want to win, this is a champion. This is one of the most electrifying wide receivers in the National Football League when healthy. He's the cheetah. He's something special to behold. And as far as I'm concerned, you know what? He should be targeting going back to Kansas City. He should want to go back and play with Patrick Mahomes because he is desperately needed. With Tyreek Hill there, I don't care that you got Worthy and Rice and they ain't Tyreek Hill. They ain't Tyreek Hill. Those brothers are good. You understand? And Rice is special. But I'm telling you right now, Tyreek Hill out there, it's something to behold when healthy. That's what they should be looking at. That's what they should be targeting. He should want to go back because, damn it, he should have never left.
All right.
There's one major caveat that we just seem to overlook all the time. And what did he say? When healthy. Right? The other thing is, here's what I hate about sometimes turning on ESPN. If you like a guy, you don't talk about the other stuff. If you don't like him, you immediately point those things out. And I don't like when people pick and choose what parts of a story they want to tell. And Stephen A. is forgetting to tell the biggest story of what's going on with Tyreek Hill. That is, how do you know with all the stuff that's going on? I'm not saying he's been accused of a lot of stuff, but I don't know where anything is. But I would say in the past that people that have been accused of some of the things he's been accused of have automatically been suspended. Okay?
Yeah, no, he's definitely, listen.
So again, how can you talk about the return to Kansas City without talking about the other stuff? Because he may not even be available.
Kansas City seems like they look the other way on a lot of that stuff for their players, Rashee Rice included. That doesn't seem to bug him too much.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill has changed his Instagram bio to unemployed.
That's so Tyreek Hill.
That's
right.
He's got to find something.
Right. But I'm just saying, so and it's funny in sports, we overlook a lot of stuff for talent.
For sure.
Which brings me to my Miami Heat thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that they didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal and made the trade anyway?
Leroy, they didn't know.
Okay.
I don't know why you keep putting that out there. This was not something that was known to the Miami Heat when they traded for Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
I mean, when they traded for Terry Rozier, excuse me.
You doing a Leroy today.
Yeah.
Confusing names.
Well, because I think that's a crazy thing. You think that the Heat knew about the investigation.
Again, all I'm doing is kicking the tires on all possibilities.
You don't have to kick all the tires, though. I'm telling you what the tires are. All right. model, make, year. Okay, here's the tires. The NBA makes an oodles amount of money from gambling. They already suspended a player for life who was a two-way nothing player in Jonte Porter. They said, that's it. Rogue individual. Oh, wait, one of our players making $30 million was also corrupted by gamblers. We can't have that be a thing because then we will make all the gambling money. Let's not tell anybody about this. Oh, the Heat want to trade for him? Don't tell them about that either. It's not that big. It's not that crazy to think that this was swept under the rug by the NBA.
Okay.
Nikola Jokic, he had thoughts on the game. This is what he had to say. By the way, he didn't play very much.
It was good, I think it was a little bit more, what's the word? Competitive, what they're asking for us. So probably because I didn't play. So I think that's I'm joking. It was good.
All right, there you go. Cute or getting old that he doesn't care?
That's just who he is.
That is who he is.
No, it's getting old.
And you care because he's not on your team. But if he was on your team, it'd be cute. Because he's
old,
a
Brittany.
Yeah, it is. It's like his body language sucks, and then he always has like this. I don't know. It's just like it's not cute. His body language sucks. He always has a bad attitude, and like I know what Ant said after the game, which was like, why do you want to play in that? Like, why would like Luka and the Joker want to play in these games? What do they have to prove?
I mean, what does anybody out there have to prove? What does LeBron have to prove? He's out there. He's been to 22 of these things, and he was out there playing.
Exactly, but I feel like it's the new age. It's like the new age stars. They think it's cute to not care and like to. All-Star Weekend used to be like this massive thing, and now it just sucks. Nobody cares, and the players clearly don't care.
Some players do,
but I think
the more players start caring, the more intensity that game will carry. Simply because they're all competitors, right? And if it gets back to that competitive mode, then somebody and other teammates are going to say, "Hey, man, let's go win this." And I think that some players will get to, Joker and Luka and say, "Hey, me, you, and Wemby might get to him and say, hey, the three of us should not be losing to anybody." Simple as that.
But I think it was fun because there was a lot of young guys, and that's why the U.S. team did so well. Was because there were a bunch of young guys who want to prove something, who have something to prove.
Right. But that'll get, as Wemby goes, and I think he'll get other guys to be more into it. Like, I think the way it's played now seems like they could go on a little run with this because it was competitive.
No, it was really good for 3/4 of it. I think there are some tweaks they could make, like the Stars and Stripes team. Just have one American team and one world team.
There's not enough players, though.
Yeah, well, I know they were making up things. Well, the reason there wasn't enough players is because Luka and Joker didn't really want to give it the old heave-ho,
Right.
If they played,
and then SGA wasn't there.
Oh,
sorry. Then SGA wasn't there.
He was hurt.
So just imagine some of the hurt guys, and then you get those guys to.
You could throw Dylan Brooks on there.
Right. So there's that. But I kind of like the round robin part. Short, quick spurts. But the old guys got tired.
Yeah. And I think they just wanted to beat Wemby, and I think they were tired. Once they didn't care if the young Americans won. They just didn't want Wemby.
Which is crazy.
Anthony Edwards, this is what he had to say, saying Wemby gets credit for the game being competitive.
Yeah, he set the tone. And it was definitely competitive with all three teams. I feel like the old heads played hard too. They was playing real good defense. But yeah, he set the tone, man, and it woke me up for sure.
There you go. He was really good. He won the MVP. Supremely jealous that he maybe whispered to Jalen Johnson that he can't wait to be home. I told John Michaels today from Atlanta. I said, "Damn, jealous you get to do that show today." Wish that could be us. That is the mixed bag. We'll take a break, get you caught up with your headlines, including Tyreek Hill has put out a statement on his time with the Dolphins. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Get to our headlines this final hour. They're brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. The Miami Dolphins on a releasing purge today with a lot of their players. The Dolphins released Bradley Chubb around in the 9 o'clock hour today. Then it was followed up by James Daniels, then Nick Westbrook-Akine, and then the big one, Tyreek Hill, no longer on the Miami Dolphins as they have parted ways with their record-holding wide receiver, the Cheetah. He has posted on Snapchat. He said, it's the end of an amazing part of my life. Thank you, Finn fans across the world. I love you. Until the next time. And, of course, signs it off the only way the Cheetah can, with the peace sign. That's his thing. Does that when he scores touchdowns. Just want to be clear. Anybody wasn't in on the reference. So Tyreek Hill is gone. He will be not on the Dolphins this year. And they're trying to clear up some cap space as far as Tua is concerned. There's reports that the Dolphins prefer to find a trade partner and would like a resolution soon. That according to Jordan Schultz of Fox Sports. But no known resolution as of right now because...
Question, should they wait until after the draft?
For Tua?
Yeah, you never know. If that's the... You know what I mean? Like,
you never know what. You never know that he's going to stick around and do something.
No, you never know. Like, if they say, oh, maybe we could get something for him, or maybe we can do something. Maybe if you're waiting at the draft, you say, hey, we'll send you a 3rd round pick into his contract. That maybe something like that. I don't know. Like, people become, as evident by the draft, people become, during the draft, people are more inclined to do silly things.
So in your scenario, you're seeing somebody doesn't get the quarterback they want in the draft.
Right. Like,
and then they're just like, all right, we'll solve our solution. We'll take Tua and a pick, and you'll be done with them.
Just kicking all the tires. Right. Just like, I just think that one of the things I like with what they're doing is they're not just doing things. Like, they have a plan. I don't know what their plan is, but if it's consistent, then they're going to be the same way with Tua. I don't know. I don't know how they feel about the situation. I'm just saying that it always seems like people do crazy things around the draft. Shouldn't you wait then? Maybe you could get him off your books that way.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I understand the idea of you're effed either way having him.
Right. So what's the point of being effed now in February or versus effed in May? Like, there's really only until June 1st is when you have to really make the decision. So is it, or I would say this, before minicamp, which is the first week of May.
Right.
Right. Because like, you don't want him showing up if you don't. So up until then, is it really beneficial to do it now or wait and see? Maybe somebody is,
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the only thing that you could say is, like, did they have a conversation? He said he had a conversation with Tua, so maybe they want Tua's people want him to have like the most opportunity if he was a free agent to go find a place.
Yeah, I got you.
Trade.
Yeah, like,
but,
I'm not saying one way or another. Like, I'm just saying, like, with Tyreek, that's different, right? He's injured.
Yes. And you owe money in a couple of weeks.
Right. And you owe money in a couple of weeks. With Tua, there's only pre-June 1st and post-June 1st. That's it. That's the only, like, dates on the docket there, right? And so if it's that way, is there any rush to do it now? Then to wait. It's still the same. You're still in the same boat.
I think the only thing is, if you're them, is because Tua, I guess, garners so much attention, and this is just on them about how much they want to deal with the questions, because like you're gonna deal with the questions. Is like once you go to the draft or whatever,
you would only have to deal. You would only have to deal with it probably at the draft. So if you have up until the draft to make that decision, then you won't have to answer questions, right? Like I don't know what their thinking is as far as how they're going to go about it or what their thinking is, right? I'm just saying that if there's no money owed to him before June 1st, there's really no rush, and you could really think it out and see if there's anybody you might be able to get some of that money. Basically, you send somebody a second or third round pick, they're paying you $30 million for it by taking.
But is that, I ask you, what do you think is better for this team? Like, is it even like, again, we already have dictated you're screwed.
Yes.
Do you want to give up assets just to get rid of them?
Not normally, but let's look at it this way. If I gave you a choice right now, I could cut Tua and be on the hook for $99 million.
Yep.
Or I can give up a third round pick and be on the hook for $30 million. It's a $60 million asset.
Yeah, but I would say where the Dolphins are at, I would take as many young players as possible.
I understand that, but the money gives you more flexibility.
Yeah, if you were to be in a place to go sign people, but I feel like it's better for the Dolphins to get as much talent.
Right. You're basically adding. You're just looking at it like, just eat the $99 million. You're not going to do anything anyway, and then you'll have the picks.
Yep.
So to you, the 50 or 60 million being saved is not worth a third round pick.
No.
And I would say 50 or 60 million off the books with what you would get in the third round needs to be a conversation, because it don't seem I trade. There's not a team in the league that would give up.
Yeah, but what are you doing with the money this year? You know,
nothing.
Like, I don't think they're in a position anyway.
Right. But okay, and what are you going to do with that third round pick?
Hopefully pick a good player.
No, I understand that, but is he ever going to be worth $60 million?
I mean, Devon Achane was a third round pick.
Yeah, okay.
You know, okay. Like a lot. I don't know. It seems like a pretty high pick to me for a team starting out.
For somebody eating 50, 60 million?
Yeah, but again, like I feel like I'm going back to the theory of we're screwed anyway. This was a bad deal we're trying to get out of.
I'd rather with more money.
I guess. I don't know, because I just don't feel like there's a lot of money that I don't think that they're in a spot where they're going to use that money anyway. I mean, unless you're that hard up to get Malik Willis signed.
Again, a whole bunch of conversations need to be had. What if that is the case? Then you're like, all right, we'll do it. I don't know. Like, I just know that that's a lot of money to just wash your hands of, and just because somebody else did it doesn't mean that this organization wants to do it. That's a lot.
I don't think anyone's gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna.
I don't think so. I'm just
even with the pick. I don't think people are gonna take him in with the injury questions, all that stuff.
I'm just kicking the tires. That's all.
I understand.
I'm just going through all the various situations and things that could happen.
They call you
and like, what is a number? Okay, let's think of it this way. What is the cap number that you would take for a third rounder, that you would give a third rounder up for?
Nothing that's possible.
Really?
Yeah, nothing that's realistic.
All right.
But listen, they call you the Jason Sanders of tires, so I'm happy you're kicking out here.
I just think the conversations that are being had are much deeper than we're privy to, as grounds of why they haven't. Because if you had to say, in this cycle of cuts, the way everybody has made it seem, Tua would have been the first one cut. Right?
Well, I think it's...
And the fact that they waited, like, I understand the Tyreek thing, they would have owed them money. The fact that they waited means that, to me, they're having more conversations about how to go about this because of the salary cap hit.
Yeah, and it's the hardest one. I mean, like it's the most money you're eating.
Yep.
Barry Jackson tweets out, he says, as we reported, the Dolphins prefer to pursue every trade avenue first. As Jordan notes, the Dolphins not wanting to have it drag on is interesting because any trade involving Ross paying part of the salary is more onerous on the Dolphins cap in 2026 if it's made before June 2nd. There are no post-June designations for trades. Trades would need to be made after June 1st to achieve bigger cap savings in 2026, but a desire for a resolution could supersede that, as Jordan indicates. Jordan Schultz's tweet earlier said the Dolphins' preference is to find a trade partner, but a cut is possible in the end. My understanding is the new regime doesn't want this to drag on too long. We read that earlier.
I get all that. Yeah, I understand it, but it just seems like when you think of all the moves that were made, the most pressing issue in conversation was about Tua. And the fact that they waited before, because if you want to make the fan base happy.
Well, Tyreek's was, because Tyreek's owed the money the fastest.
Right. So Tyreek is owed money, but still the conversation wasn't even never about Tyreek.
Yeah, because nobody thought he was going to be back.
Right. The conversation was more about Tua and making that decision on what they're going to do with Tua. And I think for people, all those other moves, you're still sitting back. Okay, what are they going to do with Tua? And that seems to be the going question. I think they still have questions. I think they're kicking every possible tire that they can to try. And if that's what you're doing, that means you're trying to get somebody to eat some of that money for whatever reason.
But we do know, like, if they want a resolution quick, if that's
they could have just cut to it.
Yeah, but also we know for sure they're not keeping him now. Like that whole, are they going to just keep him on the books and just eat it and just have him around?
I'm not sure.
But like because then you would just say, hey, no, we're keeping him.
No,
because there's no reason to drag. If you just want resolution,
they didn't say they were getting rid of him either.
I feel like that's code for, like, if you're saying resolution, I don't feel like you're saying, because here's the thing. If you wanted to keep him and you just wanted the resolution, you would just let your fans know, we're not getting rid of him. There's no avenues. We're keeping him for the year.
But as a new regime, you haven't had those conversations yet with the new coach, with the parties that be. So
I'm pretty sure that the new coach and Sully have talked. Are they going to keep Tua?
Oh, they've talked about it. Yeah.
We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this. Bro, what's going on with X today, huh? Elon Musk, fix your house, dude. We got NFL releases we gotta follow. This thing's going out like every other hour. Fix it, dude. All right. I'm all for you making rockets and all that type of stuff and cars that can run on, the youth's blood. But please, fix X, dude. All right. Let's go. Chop chop. Too much stuff going on today for you to do this. All right. We got Kevin Durant Burnergate. We got Dolphins cuts. I can't be waiting on this nonsense. Got Olympics. It's ridiculous. This is the second time it's gone down today.
Man, you
fix it, dude.
You just mad at everybody.
It's never happened under the old guy.
Situation. You okay?
Yeah, I'm great. It'd be much better if I could have X working. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know when Kevin Durant's going to address this.
Why does he have to if it wasn't him?
No tweets all of a sudden?
Allegedly.
Oh,
all of a sudden he's got
you.
All of a sudden he's got nothing to tweet, huh? Tweets all day and night. Now he's got no tweets.
Yeah, and also the fact that he was on his phone during the All-Star game is crazy.
It's crazy.
That's so suspicious. In his face, he looked worried. He's like,
oof, they got me.
They got me.
Who do you think he feels?
He won't address it unless he's asked about it, I think.
Oh, he's gonna have to. Someone's gonna ask him about this.
Mm-hmm.
But
even if it's just the opportunity to deny it.
So, question: if we all get got, I'm a culprit. I get got all the time.
Yep.
Right. Then is the media asking him? Is like they got? Like the point of knowing what's real and what's not, and going to somebody and asking them all the time, how's that any different than me falling for it? Because it's Kevin Durant?
I think it is Kevin Durant. And if it is, but the big thing here is if the alleged tweets involve his current teammates, yeah, I think that this is one of those things where it's gotten, sometimes the social media storm gets so crazy, you wouldn't want the opportunity to just debunk it even if it wasn't true.
Again, I get got a lot where you guys say, not real.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How is that any different than if somebody falls for it and go back to the source? Right?
Well, I think going to the source is probably the best way to nip it in the bud if it isn't true. Because in this case, if you just let it run rampant and just leave it into the theater of the mind of oh, he's not saying it, no one's asking about it, no one's talking about it, then I guess the only thing that he could use is if he doesn't comment it on social media, then you hope that no one just wants to ask just because of the sheer awkwardness of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But also, where is it in the stance of does the NBA investigate the situation? Again, because it involves a current team and current players.
I don't know if there's anything to investigate.
Something?
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything to investigate.
You don't need to investigate being a jackass.
I don't know if there's anything to investigate, Brittany, but I do think that if he has, I think that did you refer to your teammate as a not nice word? This is what's out there. Yeah, I guess there's an opportunity there for him to clear the air.
Again, it hasn't been his MO. So I have more information saying that wasn't him than says it was.
How?
How?
He's blasted players, but he's never blasted his own teammates while on the team.
Okay, but this is why it's a burner account. It's not him. It's not Kevin Durant coming out and saying it.
But what I would also say to that, Leroy, is he may that we know of, but he also.
So now we're saying that we know of. So maybe he did do it. That's the whole point of this is that we have put.
No, you're saying no. You're misunderstanding me. You're saying we don't have any knowledge of him blasting his teammates in the past, but I would say this is a guy who's perpetually unhappy, and whatever basketball situation he's basically been in since OKC, we don't know that he's blasted his teammates in the past, but there's something that goes on there where the guy doesn't seem to be very settled in his basketball situations for the last 7 seasons of his career.
But him being unsettled doesn't mean he goes out and hoses everybody down.
It doesn't mean that he's hosing them down to their faces.
Even with him being unhappy.
But it's the point is that he's doing it like behind. It's a facade that he's putting up. It's not really Kevin Durant that's saying it. It's not like it's his public account with his public name on it. The point is he's doing this to let out frustrations, which is not something that's unbeknownst to him. As we've seen, he's very active on Twitter towards fans. What makes you think that he wouldn't take out those same frustrations on teammates under this alias of a fake burner account?
All right. That just seems like because some guy was sitting in front of a computer, right? To like put somebody in that situation sucks. Right?
Well, then don't be stupid enough. If it's true, don't be stupid enough.
If it's true, then I'll stand corrected. But I don't like if it's not. It just seems like being dragged into some situation you had nothing to do with kind of sucks.
Oh, it definitely sucks because like you're probably thinking to yourself, first of all, who leaks this stuff that puts it out there? I don't know.
Right.
But I also like.
There's a lot of basketball reporters that aren't putting this stuff out there, and a lot of times he talks to them.
Yeah, this isn't put out by basketball reporters. That's the thing, is it's put out. It's put out by whatever group chats he was allegedly in, and you don't know who you're letting into these things. But also, you're on a, burner account. So, like, I don't know what the rules are there as far as this is concerned. So I don't know where it goes to as far as him addressing it, but if it goes so viral that everybody's talking about it, like, do people just let it go and it's just not a thing? Or and maybe that is the best hope for him. I don't know. Maybe you just hope that it goes away and something else will pop up
or just say it.
Or come out and do the Kevin Durant thing and make a joke about it on your public Twitter, and then it kind of goes away because people the heat is off. I think if you stay silent, it looks worse.
What? But even if you didn't do anything?
No, it's not about. It's just about addressing it.
Well, I feel like if you didn't do it, I feel like if you didn't do anything, then you probably would have already said that.
But you're requiring. That's my point. You're like no, because look, I've had stories about me, and I refuse to even stoop to that level. To, all I care about is the people that know me. If you know me, you know that ain't me, and so forth and so on. I don't feel like everything that everybody says about you have to defend yourself, which KD has been known to do.
Exactly. That's the problem.
That's the dilemma is that
that's the
should
conundrum.
I feel differently that he's quiet?
Yes.
But that's my point.
That's the thing. He's not you.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying like I acknowledge that he's in the past been very sensitive.
He got into an argument over trophies yesterday.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know he's a very sensitive person. He feels like, and there's people like that. They feel like every negative thing that is said about you, you have to defend yourself.
Some way I think he's behind this X shutting down today. I think he put in the call to Musk. That kind of pull.
Right.
I feel like he does.
He might.
I mean, who's a more famous Twitter user than Kevin Durant that uses it as much? Besides like
Tyreek Hill?
Besides like engagement farmers who are like just looking to get tons of views. I'm saying the thing about Kevin Durant is he's a genuine user of Twitter.
And that's why people go after him.
Yeah.
Right.
He falls for it every time. And then
I know
really further proof of it.
That doesn't and again, because he falls for it, he's already in a bad disposition.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. But it almost I understand defending yourself, but I just feel if you come out every time something like this comes out and people try to put you out there like that and you defend it, more people will do it. Right? More people will pretend they're Kevin Durant. And
yeah. Well, that's the other thing with now being 24 hours. Like I can't trust anything. I don't know what. Right. I don't even know what's a
look who you're talking to. Can't trust anything.
I don't know what's real.
Like I get got all the time.
Like whatever wasn't there, Whatever was discovered in the first 3 hours, I'll believe. Now I'm terrified. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Let me tell you, you're funny. Here's why. If it's something that you want to hear, you'll believe it. Old Kawhi and the Chipotle.
You always go back to that one. I mean, it was one
That's
time.
a good one. There's been other stuff though. You go, I don't know how reputable this is, and then you read off his name.
I don't like to dismiss anybody.
Right.
We could talk it out, and then we could figure out whether or not we believe it.
Okay. See,
I'm really scared about Anthony Edwards saying he wants to go to the Hawks.
He did.
I don't
say
even
he
know
wanted to go to the Hawks.
He told Jalen Johnson yesterday, "I can't wait to go home."
Or maybe he was just saying he can't wait to go home after being at the All-Star weekend.
See, this is what I deal with, Brittany.
That's good though. I would like that. Gives me a little hope.
The Hawks. Maybe he wanted to go home.
Maybe he wants to go home to Minnesota.
I don't think that's what he meant. No, who wants to go to Minnesota? It's freezing
Anthony
right now.
Edwards.
What is it in Minnesota right now?
It's cold. It's cold in Minnesota, but the people are very nice, like uncomfortably nice. Like you think, what's your angle? I've never
warm there right now. It's 50.
Huh?
Yeah,
I've literally never had a problem with anybody in Minnesota.
We'll take a break. We come back a little. All right. Oh no! To close out this President's Day Monday. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here with you. Get to a little all right. Oh, no. To close out this lovely Monday. My all right goes to Keshad Johnson for winning the dunk contest. Dude's a vibe. You know, everybody else is sitting here taking a big steaming dump on the dunk contest. First of all, he was very good in the dunk contest just because everybody else sucked. You know, just because you're surrounded by bums doesn't mean that you have to live under the bridge, okay? I'm just telling you right now, he was really good. If he had better competition, it would have been a better contest. One dude choked. One guy thought that he was Michael Jordan even though he was 7 foot, and one guy almost died. Is that his fault that he did his job? He showed up. He brought props. He brought energy. He brought athleticism, and he's just a nice guy.
True showman.
A showman. If everybody else doesn't know how to be a showman,
we asked him.
Why did you sound like that?
I don't know.
You sounded raspy.
My bad.
I'm a showman. Anyway, he gets my my all right. So congrats to the Canes, by the way. Also, they baseball team and basketball team. Canes basketball had an insane comeback with the last minute. So they kept the momentum going, and then the baseball team, I mean, that poor whatever the hell school it was.
Lehigh. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Oh, TCB. My oh no. What's going on over there? Is everything okay? Jimmy, why is he messing with our camera?
Every time Jimmy comes in here, the auto is off on this camera for it not to move. Right, but only when Jimmy comes in here does it follow him around, and it like he has like I don't know, they have like a connection him in this camera.
Wow,
the camera loves him.
Followed him out of the door.
Unbelievable.
That's what happens, you know, when you go into the show early, huh?
My oh no.
What? You talking about coming to a show early?
You know what, Leroy? That's not what I meant. Okay,
let's move on. You brought it up.
I said. You know what? No.
Wow.
Hey.
Have some more self-awareness.
You know what? Have some respect with me, man.
Wow.
You brought it up. It's minding my own business.
I'm gonna mute you right now. So.
My oh no goes to me. My run in the Culture Cup went down to did Pella Larson get hit? It is a Twitter tournament for Heat accounts, and I lost to a account that's been around for 3 seconds. Made it to the Elite Eight, but still embarrassing nonetheless. I'm happy for you, though. Did Pella get hit? It is a hilarious account. If I was going to go down to somebody, I guess you're fine. Leroy, you're all right? You're oh no?
I have been very intrigued by this speed skating, and Jordan Stoltz is like he's destroying everything. Got Olympic record in the 500. He won 1,000, and he's got the 1,500 coming up. But he's the best. It's fun to watch. All the different things they do, the team trials where they draft off each other. It's just speed skating is amazing. So that's my all right. My oh no, Robert Duvall.
Oh no.
Yeah. Robert Duvall. He no longer with us.
Wow. 95?
Huh?
95 years old?
Whew. Yeah. Yeah, he was up there.
It's a run.
That was a run.
He didn't even get to see the All-Star game get fixed.
I just want y'all to understand who I do a show with.
Oh, I understand. Thank you very much.
I'm surprised he didn't do the Terry Rozier thing.
You didn't get to see a resolution to that either.
Don't hide. Don't hide. The shame should be on screen. The shame should be on screen.
I mean, I started today imitating people from Denmark with skeleton and luge. You thought today was going to be a normal day?
I mean, I guess.
Jennifer, what's your all right and oh no?
Well, you know what? There's a reason why Galentine's Day was invented. Because knuckleheads like you.
Why, dude?
Sometimes girls need a break from boys like you coming after them all the time.
Wow. How about that?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mrs. Tobin's never needed a Galentine's Day because I come through on Valentine's Day. I went to Chili's, and then, whatever date presumes. I gave out coupons this year.
Coupons?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Gave out coupons. I said, because, we decided what we're doing for presents. And then I was just like, I gave everybody in the house a coupon for Valentine's Day.
What do you redeem?
I'm not gonna share what's on the coupon.
Listen,
that's private.
Listen, Tobin, I understand the coupons. You just relax.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's why you have to have Galentines. No
definitely. Okay. I had a great weekend.
You ain't getting no coupons.
I had a wonderful weekend.
Leroy and I will have our own Valentine's Day. We'll call it Palentine's.
As you should.
Palentine's.
No,
I don't think neither one of our misses will appreciate that. Although my daughter went to Galentine's. She had one with her friends.
As she should. Anyway, thank you very much for the interruption. I had a great weekend with the girls and my other friends, including Brittany.
I know. We heard.
It was a great time.
So is now Brittany part of the Hobnob crew?
Do you really have to put that kind of tone to it?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
We love Brittany.
I've been a part of it.
She's been a part of it.
Okay.
Jeez.
If you guys were a band, you'd be the Croppers.
That's not an insult. Anyway, my oh no, besides going to you two, is I went to Brickell this weekend and I realized how much I really would never want to go back.
Wow.
It is every corner you look at, there's an influencer trying to do some weird video. And as you're walking through the streets, they all have cameras pointing directly at you. And it's really annoying. Especially when you're in your 30s. You don't want
all the influencers have moved, because we have had a lot of influencers move out.
Yes, it's just super annoying. Like I'm walking, and there's like guys throwing themselves at you.
Dave South said Washington got hit by a Brickell.
What's your method?
It came out of nowhere.
She said,
I hate all of you.
like the third little pig.
Wait, did you ever show them the picture that you took yesterday?
You took a picture of Killen, Washington?
No, so I think the restaurant was out to get me.
Yeah.
And our margarita came with a coaster that had
a bird on it?
A bird on it.
A parrot of all things.
A parrot.
Just wants to cover me up.
Washington lives.
I can't really show you. I'll put it on Instagram, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, funny to who? I'm dead.
You guys literally hijacked my all right. I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
I can't stand y'all.
No, go ahead.
No, forget it. Let's go, Brittany. Because I know I forgot one part of my all right.
Oh wait, is it what I think it is? Okay,
yeah.
I'll say it. So because I have another all right, but the one of our all rights goes to we had lunch with Alonzo Mourning yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
Yes,
you guys did? You buried the lead on that one.
Let me get to it, okay?
How did you guys end up having lunch with Alonzo Mourning?
I don't know.
What do you consider having lunch? Because is it sitting in proximity to him at the same restaurant?
No, I would consider having a meal with Alonzo Mourning.
We technically kind of did.
Technically, we did. We were.
Did you go to Hibachi with Alonzo Mourning?
No.
No.
So you guys were just
having margaritas. He was just there.
He was there with his family eating. He was right there.
In Brickell?
No, we were in the Grove.
No. In the Grove.
Oh, in the Grove. Okay.
I think this should have taken up a segment.
Yeah.
And we just let this one go.
That's bad producing by you two. You should have led the show with we had dinner with Alonzo Mourning.
Now it's dinner.
Now it's dinner.
Well, before it was dinner. It was dinner, technically.
It was dinner.
Well, since y'all had a 9-hour Galentine's.
We had drinks with Alonzo Mourning is what we had.
Pretty much.
All right.
Did he make eye contact? Maybe. I don't
Was
know.
Was he dressed casually or was he
Very
dressed to the
casually.
nines?
Very
So that was the thing. It was crazy because we're at a completely different restaurant, and Lupe of all people is like, "Is that Alonzo Mourning?" And J Fig was like, "That's not Alonzo Mourning."
Because
he was like,
I had a
cargo
tree
shorts.
blocking me, and then it looked a lot like him, but he had shades on, so you couldn't.
He had like glasses. He had like a white long sleeve and cargo shorts. Like he looked very unsuspecting, but he was very tall, and all of his family around him was also very tall.
He did not have a.
So then I look, and I'm like, I think that's Alonzo Mourning, and J Fig is like, absolutely not. You guys are crazy. That's just a man that looks like Alonzo Mourning.
You spied on him, Jennifer?
Oh my goodness!
I pulled a Tobin.
So like, it's
Vice president.
So then I start Googling Alonzo Mourning and his family.
Oh my goodness!
And I
you guys had too much
know what
time
Alonzo
on your
Mourning
hands.
looks like? He's very
No,
recognizable.
we know
No,
what he
no.
looks like, but
No, Tobin, I know what he
we were
looks like.
googling
He
the people around him.
He was very unsuspecting. Like he could also have just looked like a man that looked like Alonzo Mourning.
Absolutely
He's in
not.
cargo shorts.
Absolutely
and he was
not.
not like,
Well,
you know. You
can
see
I
him
just
in a
say
suit or
something?
in a basketball
Hold on.
uniform.
Let me cut you off right there.
I don't like that.
If I'm looking at a man and he looks like another man, I'm not looking at his cargo shorts. So the fact that you say he's wearing cargo shorts, it could have been him.
You don't think that? Do you think that when you see Alonzo Mourning in public that he's going to be wearing camouflage cargo shorts?
I mean, Alonzo Mourning could be wearing camo, in cargo shorts. I would know it's Alonzo Mourning.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I was
The
very
glasses
confident
were
that it was
covering.
him. But then I was very confident that it was him, and J Fig had me. She had me questioning. I was like, "Is this Alonzo Mourning or not?" So then I go on online and I find a picture of his family, and I'm like zooming into all his children.
Why didn't Jennifer believe Alonzo Mourning looked like Alonzo Mourning?
Oh my goodness! How many? Wait,
I'm like, oh no,
here's the bigger question.
Don't ask the question, Leroy.
Wait,
Don't ask the question.
Tobin, this is how this goes. How many margaritas had you had to that point?
I'm not sure.
See, there you go. That's why that conversation happened. Hey, is that allowed? I don't know. Google them. Like, yeah.
And then after many more margaritas later, we're leaving. This is 9 hours later.
Yeah.
9 hours later, we're leaving a different restaurant because at this point we had brunch and dinner together. And we're leaving a restaurant. We see Alonzo Mourning's son walking the dogs. And so we proceed to start yelling, Alonzo.
Wait,
Alonzo.
so you yelled Alonzo Mourning at Alonzo Mourning's son?
Yes.
Okay, we yelled, but like he couldn't hear us because we
I
were
don't think
pretty
he could hear
far.
us. Or he
Why
was
didn't
just really ignoring us.
Why
That's
didn't
how
you
we
just
thought it
do
was
the?
funny.
Why didn't you just do the Mike Biamonte? Good morning.
That would have been good.
That would have been good. He would have turned around for that one.
There was conversations a few margaritas in that we were like, what if we go up to him and be like, you know Brendan Tobin? Like we work on his show.
That wouldn't have worked.
You don't, but you know him.
I mean, we've had Alonzo on the show multiple times, but I don't know if he knows me from a hole in the wall. He shouldn't. He's Alonzo Mourning.
Well, we didn't go up to him.
Dude's
but
got
we
a
had
presence about him.
Look, we
He
have more
does.
respect for him.
Very
Holy-
to go up to
It doesn't
him.
feel.
You too.
There was
It doesn't feel like you had a lot of respect for him. You spied on him, and you took, you took
followed
secret
him
pictures.
around wherever you were.
We were not following him
him.
around.
You just
He
happened to run into him
happened
a bunch of times.
constantly- Yeah.
Maybe he was following us. Did you ever think about that?
No, I don't think that he was. Anyway, what's your oh no, Brittany?
You.
I don't even remember what my oh no is now.
Perfect. All right, that's the show for today, everybody.
You.
We hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you rascals tomorrow. Or as we say in German, und speed and skate.
Tua actually has the prettiest balls. Bye.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.